When we last left off, our intrepid heroes split up for the winter, going to their respective homes, to the abodes of lovers, to the front lines of war even. And they spent a month resting, recuperating, building reputation, researching, the things one does over a winter as an adventurer. Until, on the eve of the new year, as Thelerien sat with her lovers in their new house, a boom could be heard throughout the city of Kharania, and a shockwave that shattered windows throughout the town. The massive grain silos that had been built over the preceding year and filled with enough to last the ailing duchy throughout the winter has been reduced to ash and cinder.
What? But we're out of town. How can they be reduced to us?
Theli rushed to help, but seeing a starving city's last bastion of food go up in smoke did little to ease the townsfolk's already tense nerves, and then the communists began doing communist things.
Of course.
Ooh.
Yes. Assuming they weren't responsible for the bombing in the first place, which seems likely from Theli's perspective, and indeed Chancellor Gold has been doing what he can to implicate them, even though the actual evidence is circumstantial at best. When in doubt, simply make shit up.
I always knew those communists were bad news.
So, Theli got Lady Tiana, the daughter of General Leonard Carr, out of the city, and luckily, or perhaps unluckily, depending on your perspective, the Duke and Duchess were also already out of town, hanging with Steve on an island doing research into Duke Andreas's condition. And so, with Theli out of town and the rest of the heroes gone for 2 days, Chancellor Gold has done what he can to restore order in the city, but it has been a struggle. The crown retains control of more than it has lost, but only just. Newtown, the refugee district the party has helped construct, remains fully under the Duke's control, as frankly there's nothing there worth taking for either side. Hightown remains mostly under control, but there are sporadic fights and fires. However, across the river, the communist rebels hold sway, and they are on a spree of burning and pillaging. Storefronts and shops, taverns and brothels all have been robbed and looted. Some have been burned, including the Avaran embassy. However, hope is not lost. The Duke and Duchess are on their way back. The Lord General, the Duchess's brother, and Vale are returning. Tori has emptied her pockets for emergency relief supplies and is coming by ship with Talonora and some friendos. And Theli is having a camp out outside. Perhaps Ashe will eventually turn up, and indeed I think that's where we'll probably pick up, because you weren't here last time, Amxal.
Yep. Everything kind of went to shit. I leave for one session and the city goes up.
Yeah, see,
Yep.
it turns out Ashe was in fact load bearing rather than just load receiving.
But yeah. I'll be trying to convince Tasiri and Lear to give me their assistance to get me to the front lines, as it were, to join up with the Vale and their group and try and help out there, given the argument that if Kharania goes up, uh, then everyone in that city is probably going to go to other places, and well, Taylor Town's one of the most prosperous right now. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
if that happens, then everything starts shifting and tipping the balances even more.
Tazare, however, will say that that argument does not hold water to her.
Yeah, she
Haleytown
said
might
she was
be
just done.
prosperous, but it's on the front lines of a war. Most of the refugees came from this area. Where they're most likely to go is Count Rove's lands, the safest part of the duchy now, surely, with his precious little wall and all his nicely irrigated farms. If
Hmm.
anything, a huge exodus would be a massive drain on her chief rival.
That is a fair point. And she needs the dragon for getting on jumping onto the orcs basically every day, doesn't she?
Yes, she at least a couple times a week she has to foray out and go stomp on some orcs or centaurs across the river.
Mm. Which case then, does she perhaps have a spare riding horse I could use to get out there quicker?
That she will happily let you borrow. Though she will again suggest that the better course would just be to, wait this out.
Perhaps it would be, but my friends are going to be in danger, and I'd be a poor friend if I just left them to the wayside.
You could just have your friends leave. You know how to send.
I do, but they're not going to leave. That's not who they are.
Fine, go get yourself killed.
I won't.
Tazri will rub your little ears and give you a snoot boop. Do come back alive.
I will do all in my power to.
Yeah. So, are you going to be traveling alone pretty much?
It seems likely. I'm making sure Kathy stays here because taking a pregnant woman into the riot city, very bad idea.
Well, tell that to fucking
Uh,
Steve, but fair enough.
yeah. Well, Steve doesn't care. Like they're not like his family or whatever. That's their choice to
Oh
do.
my
But
Hey,
I think
that's
Steve
that's
vastly cares about the
yeah.
condition of those two. More to the point, Steve didn't know about the pregnancy until she started climbing
Until he
walls and
just
shit.
noticed it.
oh well. I will ask Hadley if they'd want to come along to try and preserve the peace. That's their kind of nightly thing. If they don't, that's fine. I can do it by myself, but it would be appreciated.
Uh, yeah. At the end of the day, unlike the rest of the harem here, Hadley is good aligned. She will sigh and say, "If you're sure, this seems like a terrible risk for both of us, but I suppose we can do more good there than here, right?"
It is a risk, and you really don't have to if you feel it'd be too risky.
I mean, if you're going, I'm gonna go too.
Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, for Ashe, it is gonna be 1, 2, like 3 days. So he will now be arriving last of everybody who's not Tory.
Even
If
with
it's
Fleetfoot travel.
fleeting,
Oh yeah, that's true. You could Fleetfoot, in which case you'll arrive more or less
one and a half
concurrent
day.
to Vale.
Yeah, because it drains it down to like what, day and a half?
Yeah, day and a half.
Roughly?
So, yeah. I think in that case, Ashe, when you get to around here, you will see the big column of like red and gold paladins marching from the cathedral at a brisk pace. There
Can
are,
that be Theodoric's gold stuff?
yeah, that would be the column of Theodric's gold and the Dawnblades.
Mm.
There is about
Oh my
1,500
good
of
God.
them. What?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You'll see in a second. I love it when this happens.
All right. So, yeah, you see a huge column
Oh,
of.
BCT.
Ah, yes, of
Oh.
course, the arrow
Right.
spam.
Shotgun of arrows.
let me does that get rid of mine for you?
No, it just adds
Oh,
more.
I just refreshed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kina
right.
has to refresh.
It's fine now.
But yeah, so you see this huge column of men in full plate with great big banners flying in the wind. They are making a forced march towards Kharania city. There's probably 1,500-ish of them, maybe as many as 2,000. And again, these are all like full-on paladins in full plate. Well-rested, well-equipped. Easily a match for whatever force remains to either side in the city.
Hmm.
What do?
I think I'll try and steer clear of them still, and just make my way to try and rejoin up with the Vales group, because I don't know how the Dawnblades are going to be doing stuff. I don't know if they're going to be on my side, or if they're going to be uh, on Theodoric's own like coup, or if they're going to be signing up with like the communists. They feel like a wild card to me at this point right now.
Yeah, understandable. Communist paladins would be pretty wild, though.
It would be, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Alright, so I will ask for a stealth check from you to just completely avoid notice. This force does have its
Okay.
own outriders scouting around looking for things.
Well,
Alright,
11?
good enough. You are able to avoid contact with the Paladin's scouts and proceed up the coast to unite with Vale and General Carr.
All right, very good.
So you will now, in fact, thanks to fleet-footed travel, be, instead of the last to arrive, with the first group.
It's such a good spell. It makes such a difference.
Alright.
And if she locks in with the
It'll be
car,
very
car and Coring group, she speeds them up a bit.
Yeah, not enough to make a difference in this case. Also, you could do it, but you'd be down a spell slot for the day, and that might be
Might be necessary.
dangerous.
Might be
yes.
relevant.
Could be very relevant. Alright, so
Nyom.
yeah, before we pick up with your arrival in the city, though, I am going to turn the camera towards Steve, Anna, Andy, and Arlene. You have successfully made it into Hightown using your stealth and invisibility. The choice of entrance, however, does mean you are moving pretty slow. Even with invisibility, you do have to still move at half speed to continue hiding. And it is definitely a circumstance in which you need to hide if you want to avoid trouble. While the city guard retain more control than not in Hightown, it is by no means complete, and rebels are clearly pushing across the bridge whenever they have the opportunity to do so. Scattered pockets of soldiers stand as best they can, but as often as not, they're being overwhelmed by the sheer number of the desperate and dispossessed. Now, you can, in the way you're moving, make it to the keep. However, there is something you will see on the way there that may or may not prove a worthy detour for you. Between you and the castle is the Omnitheist Campus, the great cathedral to all of the gods of the Cenetrian pantheon. And it, more than any place else you have seen, is being besieged. There are men out there dressed in naught but rags and daubed in strange symbols, and they are screaming bloody murder that the gods have abandoned them, that this is a curse laid down for the people's sins, and that it is time to repent and destroy the corrupt clergy and lay low this place to make room for true faith. That might be all well and good for them, but for the initiates in the temple, they are holding out poorly. There are a few paladins here. Most had gone with the Dawnblades to help Thelerien secure the keep. And now you have the opportunity to see that cat girl you rescued on the island, Eliza. She is clearly quite injured and is being dragged into the campus by one of the handful of remaining paladins, herself clearly quite harmed, while a man you recognize, though I don't believe you've met, as the archpriest of the campus, thunders forceful invocations of divine magic to keep the crowd back, but there is just one of him and dozens of them. Anna will look to you, hand on shoulder. There's going to be a slaughter in there if we don't do something.
Indeed. Do you think you can get to the keep without us?
I don't think you can take on all those men without us.
God damn it. Okay.
I've been in better health,
just
Doctor,
look.
but I was a paladin once. I can still hold a sword.
Yeah, you are as good as you're going to be for a while, for the next 5 weeks at least. Unless we get another potion in you. So, set. Well, let's go then. Eileen,
Yeah, I'm
we
with
got
you.
some shit. We got some shit asses to burn.
Alright, I don't know about burning, though. She'll glance, or rather gesture, towards where the archpriest has been pushed back into the campus itself. The doors to that side have been slammed closed, but you can see men force them open before the priest inside can fortify. Looks like it's going to be indoor fighting.
Yeah. Let's see, do I have any blast one? Yes, to block the door so that they can't get in.
We can worry about that once we deal with the ones inside. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was sorry. I was in auto character checking to see if I had any path blockers.
Ooh, this is a pretty map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful church, except for the part where its doors are being bashed in by godless heathens.
Its doors are being bashed in. They're gonna
Skow.
try to break all the stained glass windows.
It looks like there might be trying to break the paladins too.
That too.
So, quick and dirty encounter. If you would kindly roll yourself an initiative, Steve.
Steve.
Thebe.
Steve.
Steven.
Steven.
course.
Mm.
Good old Scum.
Scum!
It's my favorite stat block name.
Those gum.
It's so
Mine
versatile.
still remains my favorite remains, of course, Arse Feaster.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course.
The mightiest of stat blocks.
Godless
But
heathens!
Artificer is
Oh,
like
no.
one stat block that you can only use for like one person. But Scum, though, that's a variable one you can use for many things.
I think ass can be eaten in many situations, thank you.
This could be feasted
All
many
right.
ways.
So before Steve and Co. even really get in the door, a communist is going to start lunging forward. Actually, can you?
Just bouncing
Yeah,
back
he's
and
going
forth.
to use a minor action to just jump over the pew here. And as a standard action, he will declare, "This Dawnblade is the enemy of the people."
Oh shit.
A single paladin, the only armored person in the room, holds the line in front of all these injured initiates, her sword held aloft. All of these scum look at her with rapacious glances. Steve, what do?
Well, let's start by. Let's see, they're quite a fucking distance away.
Yeah, it's a
But
big
if
old
I
church.
remember correctly, a magic missile has a 20 range.
Yes. That is enough to get one whole minion, unless you move forward. But
Yeah, I am. So I can get a 7 by one of the pews that's partially covered.
yep.
Which gives me full blast to target all of them.
Yep.
Declare the enemy of the people. I was like, okay. And then right, the new magic missile is only 2, right?
Mm-hmm. 2 per level.
Yep, 2 per level, but goes up to being a 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah. So I'm going to. I'm just checking with Arlene if she can snag some fuckers.
And she doesn't
A
have
lot of
magic
them.
missile, but she will certainly be throwing some spells at them.
Good. Okay. Then I'll take out the force scum in the most front there.
All right.
With the second level.
Sounds good. Steve just charges in and unleashes a fusillade of bolts across the church.
Enemy of the people, you are enemy of life itself. I shall cure your existence.
Damn.
Well, alright, and these actually, that's a godless. He's gonna go after these guys. You're cool and all, but however, double move from him. Andy is going to draw his blade.
Invisibly.
Yep, he is still invisible for now, so unfortunately he's probably going to have to not be hidden anymore per se, but he will go up this way. Yeah, he'll be invisible, but people can hear him as he just double moves up. Arlie doesn't want to set the church on fire, so fireball's right out. What she can do, however... this would be incredibly funny if this was AD&D where haste ages you by a year, but luckily it's not. So she casts haste on Anastasia. Luckily, this does not make her just pop out her babies.
That would be bad.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate.
That would be an unfortunate byproduct of haste, yes. Alright, this other godless, I believe, can... Yep, he will just jump across the pews here. And he is going to try and beat the devil out of this poor Dawnblade.
Ha!
No.
Oh!
Good riddance.
Yeah, he misses hard.
The good thing he missed. Jesus, 30 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a relatively high roll.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The
Alright.
46 plus 12. That sounds like a fucking encounter power.
Kablam.
Alright, Anastasia is going to speed along. She will then, I guess, use her haste action to double move so that she can get into melee. And Valor Strike, followed by
Nice.
a Shield Bash.
Nice.
Alright, this Kami is knocked on his ass. Takes 8, 9, 10, 14, 23 damage. Ouchies. Don't believe this Paladin's within 5. Nope. Alright, that Kami, however, is going to take the opportunity to stand up. And he is gonna look at the Dawnblade, figure she's well in hand, and then mark Anastasia as the enemy of the people instead. And that's about it. Eliza is still alive. I'll take this opportunity to come on up here and heal the Dawnblade. For 9 hit points. Which almost gets her back to full. Scum time. Having no clue who this person actually is, these lowborn will come up and attempt to bonk Anastasia. Now with advantage. Bonk, bonk.
She has a plus
Nice.
2 to her AC.
Yeah, no, neither of those hit, even with advantage. Alright, the Archpriest. Glory, glory! Hope has arrived, my children! And he will point a finger at one of these godless heathens and demand his repentance.
Nice.
Ooh.
Blam. Alright, this Kami, however, is not slowed down by this turn of events and is going to try and rip apart this Dawnblade's armor. So, whack. That is absolutely a hit.
Damn.
She is slammed into and sundered. Steve, it is your turn.
It is the Steve turn.
Oh, hold on. Since it's the top of the turn, could you roll me a d3?
Like D3, okay.
Yep. 1d3. Excellent. 3 more scumbags lounge on in through the open door.
Okay, then. Let's... No, the initiates don't do anything, right? They don't cantrip.
No, they are out of everything that's relevant. They've exhausted. Well, they have cantrips. Hold on, I shall roll them if you desire. Come here, godless heathen. Pew, pew, pew. Not one of them actually hits.
Nice.
I'll be going on Eliza's turn.
Wait, they used the thing that advantage upon them. Doesn't that last one hit as well?
Yes, you're right.
Pew.
Two of them actually managed to hit. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, then time to make sure this fucking Dawnblade can survive a bit. I'm going to do a let's see what's the
Cure wounds.
first one. Okay, I'm gonna have to move up. 4, 3, good.
It is
Can get many in it.
difficult terrain to move through this space. There's like a little fence there on top. Or you can use a minor action
Okay,
to jump. Either one.
Okay, so it's that's 4,
5, 6.
6,
And then, yeah, 7.
7. Okay, so 7 there. I'm gonna have to move, switch between there. And okay, so now let's see. That'll be the Dawnblade. Eliza gets. And I can't reach them. Can't reach. So, Desmond. Divine Resilience.
Right.
10.
Sounds good.
Temporary hit points.
I'll just make a mark on them with a circle here. Alright, good shit. This godless
And that's
heathen.
a minor action. A potion.
Alright. Well, this godless heathen no longer has advantage to hit, but her armor is sundered, so he will go for it. The blinding wrath. Oh, another miss. Good for her.
Get blasted, dude.
Alright. Andreas is going to move into combat. Let's see. Shall use his Phoenix Blade to actually
25.
hit.
Hell yeah.
Poke. Invisibility ends, but he will give the Dawnblade 7 hit points.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
really good
actually a
weapon.
14 at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Like 9 cost of
good.
vitality,
That's
just
awesome.
giving ally like HP. Ooh.
That's very strong.
Yeah.
He was like a Grand Paladin of Nefri at one point. If he is at this point just a like level 1 leader. Alright, Arlie. That's a lot of dudes. However, you are also concentrating on hasting the Duchess, so she is going to take the opportunity to Zephyr Stride herself as a minor action. Give herself some more zoom. And let's see about lining up a Tazran Scorcher, mayhaps? Yeah, perfect. We'll singe the carpets a little bit, but it's not hitting the walls or anything. Alright, Scorcher. Right, 14 fire damage, so 3 dex saves from the scum. Dex. Right, they all perish.
Nice.
The other godless is going to continue trying to beat this Dawnblade to death. Surely they can't keep missing forever. Yeah.
Ah.
Crunch. So she will take 10 damage, which gets rid of her
0.
Divine Resilience.
At least that's a somewhat low roll.
Yeah, got lucky. Anna will twist around and try and stab this commie. Once again. Hit and a hit.
Hell yeah.
He'll make a strength save. He passes.
And then erased it.
That's true. She does have another attack.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's see. Yeah, she'll just try and put him on the ground. Alright, that gets rid of him. Crunch.
Nice.
Or does it?
Oh,
No, he fucking dies.
McDead.
Mick dead. Alright. Eliza is going to just come up and bop this godless, I guess? Whoop. Uh-oh. Alright. Not the worst deal. Scum. 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 Gonna bully the Duchess. Oh, crit. And hit.
No.
Yes. Is the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
The enemy of the people.
So she takes 24 damage. Alright. Barrows. Let's see. It's time to castigate these...
No.
What?
No, it didn't because his turn already passed.
Whose turn? What are you talking about?
The communist rebel that marked.
Yeah,
her,
no,
was
that
slightly
doesn't
over-
end on
It
his
doesn't
turn.
end. Yeah, that just lasts a minute.
Oh,
Wait, no, it
until-
doesn't have a timer at all.
No, that's just persistent. That's till the end of the encounter. Till someone
Yeah.
else becomes the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
Anyway, castigate.
Kablam.
These godless seem to be full of an unnatural vitality. They have survived truly grievous wounds. This communist
Hell
is going
yeah.
to turn around and try and beat up Andreas. Let's dismantle your property.
No. Damn.
Alright. Ouch. That is a big ouchie, in fact.
Yeah, it
Does
is.
he doesn't have any maneuvers?
He does have parry. I suppose this
Okay,
is
yeah,
as
that would
good
be
a
good.
time as any to use it. We'll
No,
get
does
some
she?
HP back.
Did she have parry?
No.
Anastasia.
Does Anastasia? No. I don't believe so. No. Alright. Steve.
Okay, so
On your start of your turn, could you roll me a d3 plus 1, please?
yeah. D3 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Some more dudes wandering in.
Okay, so I will use my fucking alchemical admixture and do a spell.
Okay.
And I'll center it on the paladin. On the
Okay.
paladin. It's a
Alright. Sounds good.
Nice.
So, 2 godless heathens get to make a dex save, I believe. Yep. Well, they both fail.
Nice.
And a commie. He passes.
Okay.
So 6 to him. And then 12 to each of these godless heathens. And who would you like to give the hit points to?
one ally can spend their
Yep.
vitality.
So, which of these three?
I would say the Dawnblade because I will
Yeah.
Okay.
move here and use heroism on Andy.
All right.
Nice.
That different color. All right.
So 10 temporary hit points. Fuck you.
Got it. All right. These godless heathens see clerics. By God, they don't want to anymore. Well, this guy will smash the Dawnblade. Crunch.
Just the Dawnblade has a full plate and shield, right?
You would
Her
think that,
armor
but
is
her
sundered.
armor is sundered, and also she's an NPC stat block.
Oh yeah, but
She
let's
has-
just
So maybe
have it for
not
a
a
try.
shield.
Yeah, she has, effectively in game terms, she has AC 16, normally 14 now. So, Andreas will attempt to undo at least some of that. Nice stabbing this dude. His Phoenix Blade.
Nice.
And gives the Dawnblade 6 HP. Which is a several 100% increase over her extant HP. Panting, the woman will look at Andreas and just nod. Is again, no clue who that is, but happy for the help. Alright, Arlene, you gotta do something about the door, girl. Unfortunately, you are very far away. So I think this turn you're just gonna have to throw a sword. Yeah. Alright, she cuts down one of the scum. The other godless is going to try and finish off the Dawnblade. But he misses.
Nice.
Right. Anna. Valorous Strike. Valorous Strike. That chops these two scum down. She will leap across into the door. Chop. That will kill another one. Communist Rebel is dead. Eliza. Try bonk. And then use your last vitality to heal your friend. Alright, scum. There is one guy left. We'll attempt to dome Anastasia. Let's see. She is the enemy of the people, but that still misses because she is, in fact, an actual plate. Barrows will attempt to finish off this godless heathen. Doesn't
Nice.
quite get there, though.
Initiatives. Do your duty.
That's true. They do need to go on his turn. First, actually, the Dawnblade. Try and swipe at this fellow. That will hit and defeat. However, much to her misfortune, from hell's heart, this man strikes at her and misses.
Ah!
And then, yeah, the initiates will indeed attempt to pummel the other godless with Spears of Faith. 1, 2, 3 hits for
Nice.
9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
Nice.
Alright, and then, yeah, the Communist. Can he finish the Dawnblade off? Actually, intelligence check, my guy. Do you have any idea who this is? Yes. Alright, he's going to twist around and attempt to kill Andreas. Yeah, let's just go ahead and... I don't think this is an encounter power, so bonk.
Ow.
Alright, well that will get rid of the temp HP. And do 7 real damage to Andy.
Uh-oh.
Steeb.
Well,
At the start of your turn, you will see Anastasia take a step back as another one of these men with strange marks upon his skin, carrying a great big hammer, will stomp into the cathedral, pushing Scum aside.
Shit.
okay. So let's see here. First and foremost, shit, okay, so if I use that with that, I can... I have so few minor action things, it's annoying. But, anyway. With, his health there, that health there. Okay, I will... first level, I will cure wounds, Andy.
Alright, fair enough.
Let's just post it.
Alright, so I'd like you to pay attention to his blue bar, please. And his vitality, much like it is yours.
Nice.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
level-
real
level
problem
1.
with his condition. That it
He's
has
level
dropped
1, and I
his...
assume his, yeah.
It has
his
dropped
thing
his
cuts
vit to
his
1.
Vit.
But he's back to full.
Yikers.
yikes.
Oh, jeez Christ, that's not good. Oh, okay, so, and that was... And a mixture... No, I can still use spell slot. This. I will... he- healing, heroism on... When does the Dawnblade go? It's not on turn now.
All the initiates in the Dawnblade will go on Eliza's turn.
On the lifestyle? Okay, on Gates turn. Okay, then I will throw it onto... what's it again? The Don Andy.
Alright, so you're giving him heroism
attempt.
again?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, this Godless is going to try and smash the Paladin. Oof. Saved by the Brute. Andy, Phoenix Blade, misses. Arlene is, at this point, going to just run over here, I think, and try and just knock the statue in to block the door. Yeah. Do you have anything that will help with that? You have Burning Hands.
She has magical staff, right?
No. She has a sword, but it's just a regular sword with enchant armament on it. Actually, she doesn't even have enchant
Yes,
armament
it's
on it today. It's just masterwork.
Well, it's better than nothing, Evo. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna try and Tazrin Scorcher it. Hope for a good damage roll. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's
Hell,
a good damage roll.
Not sufficient,
Decent.
but with perhaps a little help from somebody else, like, say, Anna here. Alright, next I'm going to use that Godless's turn for this new guy. He's going to come up here, try and lay into Anna. Oof. That's a big hit.
what's the base AC?
19.
Plus
Oh, wait,
2?
yeah, then she should be 21 because of
It's
haste.
currently 17 though, because she got sundered. Remember?
Oh, yeah, did she get hit by the...
Yeah.
Did you get hit by Thunder? No, you didn't.
Did you
You
not?
must
Yes,
get hit by
she did, early
enemy
on.
of the people.
Yeah, did she get hit
And
by
the Thunder-
thunder? I don't
No.
remember.
Oh
She
no,
got
he
hit by
missed
any
her
of the
with that.
people.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh,
that does
yeah.
in fact
Right,
miss.
Right, right.
Nice. Yeah, as I say, only the Dawnblade and Andreas have been hit by dismantle property.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that lasts only one turn.
No, it doesn't.
Dismantle property lasts forever. We already... Oh, wait, yeah.
It lasts until
until
someone uses an
takes
action to fix it, or until the end of the
Yeah.
encounter if it's a crit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just misses. Good for her. Anastasia, time to whack.
Whack.
To help get the statue down.
Yeah, she's going after the statue. Hit. So that is sufficient. Yeah, the statue goes tumbling and will slam into the door, barring it. Eliza is going to take the opportunity to back out because she's very hurt. Scum, there is one of you left. It's time to beat on a lady. Now that's definitely a hit.
That's not negative, but
Yeah, she gets shanked. Barrows.
don't forget,
Hmm?
Eliza Gates is gone, so the
Yep,
Dawnblade
so it is the Dawnblade, indeed. So 3 initiates. Gonna Spear of Faith a dude. Those all hit.
Did the statue falling hit the Godless at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, he is directly in the way. Let's give him a dex save to see if he can get out. No.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh,
Blast.
no.
That's gonna hurt, dude. Ouch.
Nice.
Alright, so Godless gets shot, Dawnblade strike. Poke. Ooh, nice. Alright. Desmond will castigate. Communist is going to continue trying to murder Andy. That is sufficient to hit him thanks to his sundered
Shit.
armor. Gets rid of his temp HP and 4 of his real ones. Steve.
Well, since he wants to fuck about doing weird shit. Where's the...
Come on, man. Hurry up.
Yeah, I am hurrying up, so 2d6 plus 2, and then... Yeah, I will add a mixture for Andy for 10 hit points. That's a minor action.
Okay.
As a regular action. Standard action. I'm going to...
Come on.
Frostbite the Communist.
Okay.
The Godless. The Godless.
Okay.
Because I have
Yes, okay.
advantage on the shot.
Alright, you hit.
24. Yes.
Yep, piss. Is anyone going to continue trying to murder a paladin? Alright, she crumples.
At least it's not the crit.
Yep, the crit would have... No, that wouldn't... Yeah, the crit would have actually just killed her. Andy really hopes he hits at this point. In fact, he is going to take a step around to try and get the Godless. Oh, wait, if he kill... Poke. Okay. Oh yeah, that doesn't kill the Godless. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, but good.
Yeah, the Dawnblade gets back up, or at least regains consciousness. Arlene. Scum murder. Stab. Miss. Pathetic. This
Does she
other
have a real-
Godless.
No, she doesn't.
I mean, she has inspiration, but on the same time, it's a minion.
Mm.
This Godless is going to try and bonk Anastasia. 21 is a hit. Ouch. Anna will strike back. Hit, hit, hit.
No, she heals herself.
No, that is specifically only for allies, unfortunately. Liza doesn't have much to do here, but the Initiates can sure murder a Godless, hopefully.
So can the Dawnblade.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
kill
yeah.
the shit out of this guy with the first shot, in fact. Alright, from Hell's Heart, he screams out a word that makes your ears hurt a little bit, Steve, as he strikes out at this paladin and bashes her head in. That is 24. Is that sufficient to kill her?
Damn.
Yes, that kills her dead.
Damn.
Her head is
Shit.
stove in by his hammer as he collapses.
Can I just try to twist the fate that?
You can, yes. Alright, if you want to do so, then let's see if he can do that again. Let's see.
Yes.
That is enough to actually keep her alive.
Haha.
Alright, good job. And since she is alive, she is going to stab a commie. Hits. And marks him, which gets him away from Andy. Scum. One dude, let's go. You can do it. No. Desmond, at this point, is going to, seeing that almost happen, will use what is basically his last emergency spell slot to heal this Dawnblade. Oh, last emergency vitality. Holy Jesus fuck. Alright.
Decent roll, actually. Despite the one.
Yep. Alright. Kami. Actually, that's a minor action. Castigate. That kills a Kami.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, with that freed up, the rest of you can go and beat on this last goon until he dies. The squishies are out of immediate danger. I'm just going to give him one more damage roll to see how bad he can hurt Anastasia, if at all. Nope. Alright. A few moments later, the rocket dies down. As the last of these scum are butchered, the cathedral's floor runs red, but no further initiates have been felled. The paladin is just going to turn around and just grab Steve into a hug.
Metal engines.
Sorry.
Just because like that slight pat on their fucking metal armors, like they're there.
The Archpriest will nod his head towards a lot of you. Had you not arrived, my followers and I would surely be dead now, or worse. For that you have my thanks, my lady, my lord. Will drop to a knee as he finally recognizes who is with you. The other initiates will quickly follow suit. Anna will just put up a hand. Save your praise. I could use healing instead, if you have it. Little and less, my lady.
If you has vitality, I have some potions.
Yeah, Anna does.
No, I meant Desmond.
Oh, Desmond? Yeah, he has vitality left. Barely.
Yeah, if you...
If you want to
Well,
give
I
him a
want
potion,
1, 2...
he will.
Yeah, that's the one or two.
1 will be fine.
Yeah. You can have that, and I have Aether potions, so you can cast spells.
Oh, you save those. You travel with illustrious company, Doctor. You will need them more than I.
Yeah, then I will
We will seal
give,
the doors
Anastasia.
behind you. But unless you meet to shelter here, then I have a feeling more of those madmen will come sooner rather than later. Anastasia will nod at that. He's right. They can shelter in the crypts. We need to go. If these animals are this desperate, we must get to the keep.
Yeah, feed her a healing potion.
Alright. Yeah, we shall take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your group can press on. So, while that battle is happening, Kinathis,
Oh, yes, hello.
you and the illustrious Ashe and Lord Carr arrive at the keep itself. Your war horses thunder underfoot against the street stones as you rush towards the gate. The Lord General barks orders at the men desperately defending it. They hesitate to open the gates before you. A trembling man in a Kharanian tabard will approach, a blood-soaked lance in hand. My lords, my ladies, we were given strict orders to open the gates for no one. No one but the Duchess. No offense, my lord, but you're not her. You're a good man following orders, but I'm here first. I will take command. Open the gates. Now, soldier. Vale. The Lord General is about to make a charisma test. Would you like to assist, O glorious Paladin?
Yes, I will.
Alright. What say you to him?
I will beseech the guards at the gate. You worry not, noble guardians. We are here to help. We will ensure that the city does not fall to these savages. You have my word as a knight of the blue that we will do everything in our power to make sure that the people here are safe.
The
Nice.
soldier trembles, but will shout a command up to the guard towers, and great gears begin to grind. Alright, Skow, what do you want? What is your actual plan?
I would like to join my companions on the breach into here. And I
Okay.
have learned and said aloud to companions as well that, like, Ashe will be on his way, Vale will be meeting up, and Vale has Tiana's dad with her.
Okay, so In that case, yeah, he would have been more than capable of arriving with Lord Carr and Vale and Ashe. So I will grab you as well.
Thank you.
You said you want to just come alone, no waifu brigade?
Well, here's the thing. I probably say that at first. What are their opinions on following? And does Tiana attempt to follow as well, learning that Papa is out there too?
I mean, she
I
would love
have a
to,
sneaky-
but there's no physical way for her to get away from all of these wizards.
True. They can check a persuade at me, I guess.
They don't want to. They want to keep Tiana
Okay,
here
awesome.
safe.
Alright,
If you
yeah,
ask
then,
them to
yeah.
come, they will probably, but...
No, that is absolutely fine. They stay with Tiana then. And Scruff, of course, gets the best instructions to be the goodest boy.
Ah, yes, of course, let me get the noble Scruff. And yeah, once you mention, like, who Tiana's dad is, especially, like, as far as they know, like, they didn't know she existed, or was Lord Carr's kid until now, but now that they do, as far as they know, she's the one and only heir to the entire duchy, so yeah, they should probably keep her safe.
Yeah.
There's like a slow nod on Fel's part, like, oh, I didn't actually know that's how that was. Fair enough. Didn't know it was a secret.
Yeah.
Well, that would be why Chancellor Gold asked you to stay out of the way then, so the Dawnblades couldn't use you.
What are the Dawnblades doing?
I have no idea. Which I don't like.
Tiana will just look downcast as, you know, 4 beautiful women put hands on her shoulders to comfort her. What was her?
Oh, we've really been formative for her youth.
A bit.
Man, I would just say, be like, I'll be like, these lady, I'll be like, come. Mass spells, AoEs. Please, powerful wizard.
No, I'm not. It's just not. in
I
the
understand.
Fellies.
But my
So-
internal monologue.
Yeah,
I
it'd be great
respect
to
it.
have them, but yeah, canonically, it's not what Theli would do. As useful as they would be. Hell, I'd have asked the druids, but they have made it very clear they want to stay on the outside of this.
As they probably should.
Yeah, they don't gain anything by getting involved.
So, Theli, Vale, Ashe, and Lord Carr enter the castle grounds. Going to grab some tokens here. Move you over to another map.
They will get hand clasps. I apologize that I probably still smell like a fucking fire.
It's fine. I smell like fire all the time. Literally doesn't even register to me anymore.
The true risk, though, is that she'll never know she's having a stroke because it currently just always smells like burnt toast.
So, it is indeed just a 3-man retinue here. There are more armsmen than you're used to seeing out in the courtyard. And indeed, there are tents set up here and there to house not just troops, but command staff as well. And in the center, near the fountain, you see Lord Yegan, Chancellor Gold, and a woman you don't recognize wearing the uniform of the city guard. They are deep in discussions when Lord Carr dismounts his warhorse and strides into the middle of the group. Insight test. Are any of you trained in insight?
Let's see here. No.
Kina?
Can we still make the test if we're not trained?
Yes, I was just going to give you an
Insight,
automatic success if you were.
okay.
I sure am. and
Okay.
have
I am
checked
not.
out,
Okay, then yeah. Theli, as the Lord General enters, you've known him for a couple of hours now, just on the ride into town. He seemed a focused, determined man, but now there is fire and vengeance in his eyes as he marches into the middle of the group.
Would that have been lowered at any point by gold specifically being the reason Tiana is currently not in this city and is therefore safe and hidden away? Because I would have told him that.
Yes, of course. Still no, in this case.
I'll get close just so that he can't do something he'll completely regret.
Yeah, we'll still like approach behind him by like a couple of steps, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless of any previous words to assuage him, the Lord General marches directly to Gold, puts hand around throat, and just heaves him off the ground.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Okay, let's just jump the Lord and
Let's
fucking
let's
pull him
all
off.
calm down here now.
Squeezes slightly. Gold, what the hell have you done to my city?
Yeah.
Lord General,
Oh,
please.
He won't be able to answer you when you're squeezing down his neck pipe like that.
I like Tiana, but if I have to, I will stab Leon in the fucking kneecap to make him drop this Chancellor. Like, fucking, what are you doing, man?
There
Please
is no
let him
answer
down to
that
the
would
ground.
satisfy me for the lives spent on this madness. The city is burning. My home. My sister's
And what,
realm.
Pray tell, do you fucking blame the Chancellor for? We've literally done everything in our power to stop this. We waded through fucking fire.
And what did he do to prevent it?
Perhaps we'll
What did you do?
perhaps we'll find out.
Yeah. Oh, if
he-
Leon doesn't
the
let him
answer.
go, no, I'm gonna hit Leon. I'm gonna get him fucking let go. If I have to, as I say, like, if he doesn't, if we can't peel him free, then I'm gonna hit him.
Can I make an
Lord.
athletics to like lower him down, like push? the
Yeah,
arm
you
down
can
so
make
he
an
can get
athletics check to try and just break the grapple.
up? Okay. I
24
assume
then.
why my companion's here is helping me, so 24.
Yes, I will help.
Yes, alright. Gold is able to squirm out of Car's grasp once you two get involved. When you lay hands on the general, though, every armsman here draws blades, including Yagan, the captain of the guard, who had been about to say something you think in Maris's defense is going to take a couple steps back and put her hands up. Theli, you've probably met Brenna's boss. This is not her. That woman, presumably dead. This is a very young, inexperienced-looking captain.
As soon as the Chancellor Gold is gone out of it, I will let my hands back to myself and release that.
Yes. Lord General, please. As you said, the city is burning. We have far greater things to deal with than arguing or finding fault in one's past actions.
I'm not interested in arguing. I am interested in pulling out snakes from my garden. There is an army of men marching into this city, Marius. They carry your brother's flag. Why?
The Dawnblades?
Yes, I mentioned
Yeah,
them
no.
as I came in and told you earlier. A strength force of about 1,500 or so.
Yes. Why is the entirety of the Order of the Dawn marching into the city? Why are they butchering people in the street? It's my cousin, my lord, and I am not privy to his counsel. I do not know what they are doing here or why.
Can you make a good guess?
These men are sworn to the cloth. They have no interest in temporal power. It's restoring order, perhaps. I do not know why.
Chancellor, I've heard a lot of worrying things about the Dawnblades recently. I mean, you look real deep inside. Are you absolutely certain that there's, no reason for them to be butchering a whole street's worth of people, except for in the name of peace?
My cousin is a good man. He is perhaps fire-hearted as a servant of Wovar, but he won't take a cup from a soldier who will approach him. But he has never expressed interest in dominion. Perhaps this has finally pushed him past the edge of caring for decorum. He has long advocated a harsher hand be taken in the upholding of law here in the city. I was sure he would have a long and boisterous conversation with Anastasia when she returned about "I told you so," but to come in here with that many men is beyond me.
Where is the Duchess?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
They should be making their way in through the walls. I'd be surprised if they weren't on our heels, honestly.
Leon will see the moment before slowly unclenching his fists, and you can see pitter-patters of blood descend his fingers. These gold snakes lie as easily as they breathe. The only reason he got Tiana out of the city was to use her when his cousin got here.
How would they possibly do that?
How?
It's quite literally his choice that she not even be known to his location, so that he couldn't pass it on to anyone but their family.
He is Theodrix's family. He has been passing information on, I'm sure of it.
Just spread my hands. Again, he didn't even know. I gesture at Maris. How would any of this get passed along? I have no interest in telling her where she is to anyone, and I'm considering not telling you where she is at the moment until you pull yourself together. The city is burning around us, and you're too busy bloodying some of the people here, holding the only places that haven't yet burned.
Yeah, it's more important right now to get the city back under control.
The only person I'm going to tell where Tiana is the Duchess.
Carr clenches his fist again, but will take a deep nose breath and unclench it. Fine, then let us get this city in order before Theodrix has the chance to claim responsibility for it. Men with me, we march. We'll secure these streets before the paladins do.
Does anyone here have a sending spell available to them?
I do, but I'd like to find out more of the situation currently. Mars, are there any leaders of factions that we can take out to try and destabilize them and make it easier for taking control?
We do not know the identities of the enemy leaders yet, but there is some sort of torch church being set up down in the Merchants District, where the priests of this communist filth have holed up. We know that much. And there's been untold butchery down in the Stone City. No one knows what's going on down there.
Why the Stone City? What do they have to do with it?
I couldn't tell you. I sent a patrol down there, and the next day we found their commander crucified on the bridge. His guts had been used to hang him.
What? That's not even communist. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
What had
was
been used
used?
to hang him?
Guts.
Damn.
His own
wait.
entrails?
Oh, is that
Wait,
fucking
hold on.
Hag?
Is it guts like the one guy where we went to the village hung by his guts too?
No, he was crucified, but no, he hadn't been disemboweled, I don't think.
He was
Oh,
like
okay.
nailed.
Yeah, he was nailed with like weird magical spikes of energy.
Oh, okay. Figured I should
Still
probably ask
sounds like that could be death cultists then.
because it is like the same sort of thing there. Yes, there was the Hague cultists under there.
Well, this doesn't match Pestilence's thing either.
Okay, it matches somebody else's that you met before.
The broken men.
It could be them. They would absolutely do shit like that.
We've certainly seen them.
Be very brutal.
Yes.
I suppose it matters a little. Right now, we should at least take out the burgeoning church in the merchant district there.
I was going to ask, Ash, could you find out where Steve and Co are so we can meet them part way? I don't like the sound of them coming through the city.
Right.
We can meet them halfway, get everyone together. Well, look
Yes,
to the
we need to
general,
rally.
like, yeah.
All right, then give me just a moment. Let's see here. 25 words.
Well,
The
you
general
are
fucking runs
speaking
off.
Car
Let's find a direction for him to be running in.
is forming his
So
men
let's
up.
see. If we're going to the merchant center, what's like a halfway point there for meeting up? Because rather than telling him like
the
we're in
halfway point would
city
be the
near-
bridge.
Well, ask where they're approaching from and to tell us where to meet them. No.
It's better to tell them where to meet us because we're going to be on the move.
But they're on the move.
Yes,
They're the
and
smaller force. We can break through to wherever they are, but they might not be able to do the same.
Whichever one, we must decide quickly.
I'm moving in right now, placing in, casting the spell.
Are you using it as a standard action or a ritual, Ash?
Standard action. There's no
Okay.
time to
Yeah.
do it as a ritual.
Good choice.
Also, I can't really cast it as a ritual. I don't have ritual casting.
Yeah, you can as long as it's a spell you have
There is
prepared.
no ritual casting.
I don't know if
Rituals
I
are
can-
just a thing anyone can do as long as they have the spell prepared.
Yep.
Okay. But no, doing it as a standard action. We don't have really the time to take a little rest and do that.
It takes a minute to write these things out, but it does happen in like, the blink of an
Instantaneously.
eye.
Yeah.
So, while Ash is in the process of casting that spell and Car is rallying his armsmen, the guard captain will slink nervously towards the three of you and extend a hand towards Thelerien. You're, Brenna's wife, right?
Yes, that's right. I'll give her a clasp.
She will shake your hand. You can tell this young Catwoman's been through the ringer. She's got a fresh eye patch on and several exciting new scars across face and arms.
Exciting new scars and opportunities.
It's good you're back. I've heard good things about you from her. And the Black Knight, too.
I appreciate that. Although the one in the city right now playing Black Knight is one of my soldiers. Or companions, I suppose, at the moment.
Yes, I figured. I was aware you weren't a salamander.
Do you know how she's faring?
The new town hasn't been hit particularly hard, but We've also had few patrols there. The folk there seem to be taking care of themselves, more or less.
That's something at least. Alright, we have friends in the merchant district.
Yes, you said you knew where the Duchess was, or that she was coming?
Yes.
Is it soon? Someone needs to take control here, and she will glance between Marius and Carr. I'd rather it not be either of them.
Yes, they'll be here soon. We're going to be meeting up with them and getting them back here soon.
Oh, thank Mithras.
I do whatever Mithras' hand sign and then do my own anvil.
She'll clumsily copycat the anvil. No offense to Mr. Gold, but he's not a military man. And frankly, I'm not much of one either.
Okay. Oh, right. Fuck. I forgot to add minutes away
Okay.
Okay.
from to that measures because the distance between the Omnithea's place and the Duke wasn't that far.
Right then. They'll be here in moments, really. A few minutes at best.
Oh, okay then. Wave down the general before he charges out.
Yeah, you can catch his eye. He'll turn to you. What?
Duchess will be here in 2 minutes.
Fine. Abelard, get them moving. I'll join you momentarily. The old man will nod and rally the troops.
Abelard smashes balls.
We'll be with you shortly.
Carr will walk back, which in turn sends Marius finding something to do on the other side of the statue.
Understandable.
General will wipe his hands down on his pant legs. I apologize for my outburst. My ladies, I have been under a great deal of stress lately, as you can imagine.
It's quite alright. You've been on the battlefront, and this is an even worse battlefront as it currently stands.
Yes. Out there, it's easy to know which way the enemy faces, but here it seems like they're all around us. We'll glance at Gold. Whatever these Dawn Blades mean to do, those snakes can't be trusted. These Golds are nothing but bandits at heart. You trust them at your own peril.
I don't
That
trust
is
them
what-
as a whole. There is one I do, and it's because he's not a Dawnblade, if I'm entirely honest.
And that is what Cecilia said to me. But if anything, this would be a way for Gold there to get money. That's what he likes.
I don't think he'll be getting much. The city's going to be super, super, super in debt. I don't think there's any way he can naturally pull it out.
We've been in debt for
If
a
it
long
softens-
time.
Yeah, if it softens the blow at all, General Carr, your daughter has been, like, an incredibly bright, studious child. Can only say good things about her.
Yes, I have heard as much from Lady Vale as well. I'm glad to know she has been in good company. There is a moment's rustling from one of the tree lines besides the keep. A couple of the remaining archers will draw their bows, but lower them just as quickly as four familiar shapes clamber over the top of the keep's wall. Seeing that, rather than looking pleased, Carr will frown. Shit, if it's that easy, we need more guards.
Likely so. Or magical preparations against spider climb.
Something to think about for
Oh, well.
later.
I'm just telling Anastasia and Andreas, just keep going forward. It's The spell keeps you grounded. Just look forward like you would walk. Just keep walking.
I've flown before, Andy will say, trying to hide the nervousness in his voice. Anastasia, however, is hyperventilating.
Oh dear.
Will, like, start to throw herself onto her stomach when she gets over the top, then realize, oh fuck, just collapse to her knees.
Okay. Whoosh.
Steve!
Yeah, I think just...
Congratulations on making it.
It was touch and go, but we had good chaperones. She will pat Arlene on the head, will blush furiously.
Andy, you're looking well.
Indeed.
Good. There's little time to really explain here, so you two should take command here, and we'll be heading out to take out some of the forces in the streets.
Take out forces? I'm sorry, what... Whatever it is, it can wait a moment. Explain what's going on in this city.
Word vomit.
Yeah.
It's
Fair
just scooch
enough.
through. So I'm feeling so bad for Guard, who can't even. Let's
Listen,
zoom this up, man.
I chose to be the
The
Oh,
international
sorry.
vacation.
That doesn't stop me from feeling bad. I didn't like sitting there for most of a session, let alone what is looking like fucking two of them.
So, yes, you can word vomit onto Anastasia, who will, at this point, say, I think there's been quite enough bloodshed. There'll be no striking forces. We need to bring the leaders of these groups into talk before we are responsible for more death and destruction here.
Lady
Duchess,
Anastasia,
we haven't been
I
given a
disagree.
chance.
I disagree completely. They're only going to strike. They're only going to cause more bloodshed. They destroyed an entire granary to supply winter. If that
They-
isn't a declaration of war, then what is?
I agree, ma'am. A show of force must be made.
By the sounds of it,
This
the
doesn't
Dawnblades
stop.
already... They have that well in hand. And look what they're doing.
Respectfully, I don't trust the Dawnblades.
Neither do I.
But if there's some kind of death cult out, the last thing I want to do is let these communist fuckos set up their own little crispy church, and for this to just become an untenable, unhealable mess. We need to deal with this matter and be seen out there, more importantly. If we let the Dawnblades just do everything, then whatever fuckery Theodrix might be planning will also certainly cost you this city.
Leon will come and clasp Anastasia's shoulders. Listen to them, sister. The time for talking, the time for words has long passed. This is a day for action. If there's to be blood in the streets, let it be by our hand. Before these paladins usurp our city from us. Leon, your opinions of the Dawnblades is well known. Listen,
Duchess, even if we don't get involved, we lose the city, even if the Dawnblades win, because it won't be your city anymore. It'll be theirs.
I'm not saying we do nothing. I'm saying we must find some way to make these men surrender. Clearly they must realize their position is hopeless here. A city with no food cannot stand, no matter who controls it.
They're maddened rebels. They haven't given anyone an opportunity to talk, and they are not interested in taking one now.
They don't care
course not,
about
until-
talking.
Less than an hour ago they thought they had the upper hand. Why would they talk when they were self-assured of victory?
So
Victory
you
at what
Yeah.
cost? At the lives of all of these people? No, they need to be dealt with.
have a poison in the limb of your city. This is the time to root it out, to drive it out. You have
Lady,
treated these people
let's
with
say-
kindness. You have, perhaps too much at some points. But this is a time for hardness. I'm sorry, but it is true.
Indeed. We would trust them, and I trust my friends on this as well, but I've known about these communists for hundreds of years. They do not care. They have only a single agenda. As long as they can do that, they don't care how many die. They don't care how many are the consequences. It doesn't matter, just as long as they get to do that. They need to go now.
The time to root them out was months ago. Now they have half the city enthralled in their madness. Do you suggest we butcher everything
No, we're
east
going
of the
to-
river?
We're going to kill all of their leaders.
I do not believe their leaders are directing the full brunt of this madness. This is a riot, not a war. If we kill their
true,
leaders,
but
there will be
without-
no one they will listen to.
Yeah, without any antagonists, they will collapse. We will actually get them to surrender instead of, set themselves on fire and charge into us.
The headless body will fall.
Alright. One of you make a persuade check on Anastasia.
I have a +6 if somebody has better.
Mine's only a 4. I'll assist.
We gang up on her, so
Yep, you can do it with advantage, absolutely. You've all said your piece.
Okay. Anyone have a reroll in the
No.
bank? Anyone got
Yeah.
one for? Oh, yeah.
use that. Goodbye.
Okay.
Clicked it off.
Oh, we got a
Cool,
critical.
fucking correct.
Yes!
Thank you. Well done.
God
Oh,
damn.
Appreciate it.
Yes!
Very
Yes!
appreciated.
Very worth.
Anastasia will lower herself to a seat on the stairs here. A heavy sigh. This can't be happening. We should be better than this. Andreas will
We are better, but they aren't. That's
take a
the
step up.
difference.
I love your brother's right. They are all right. I would love to talk these madmen down too, but you saw what they were doing in the church. They're too far gone for diplomacy now. Much as you hate
What
to
are they
admit
doing
it.
in the church?
Men
Now we
broke
came to
in,
the divorce.
attempted to butcher the clergy, down to a man. They were shouting strange things I didn't understand, and their bodies were daubed with symbols that made my eyes water.
Ah, I have bad news. They've slipped in from Necromunda.
Out of character, can I do an intelligence to try and decipher what they saw?
Oh yeah, you should try and see if you recognize their symbols if being the one we found on that spell book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although none of you have spent the downtime to analyze the book, so the DC will be
Yeah, but
pretty
I can
high.
yeah,
It's still possible.
But I do recognize. Come on. Oh, no.
Alright. It's possible they're similar, but then so too are many of the runes of magic.
Then I take it I can't do a intelligence just to figure out what not the correlation between the book and the runes, but what the runes were.
Not without, setting down to examine the bodies, which you decidedly did not do.
Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Just checking.
So-
well,
Anastasia will, at this point, just put face in hands. Fine. Just do what you think is best. I will work with what remains of... She will glance up at the bare handful of men still protecting the keep. What is left of the city guard to arrest the leaders that we can. And you go after these Conradist cultists.
Very well. And for what it's worth, Lady Duchess, I am sorry that it has come to this.
So am I. She will glance up at the captain. And who are you exactly? Oh, Guard Captain Anastasia Natterberg, ma'am. Oh god, they're naming their children after me. Right. Andreas will just shoo you off. Go on then. Let's...
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll turn and start walking away and to catch up with the other force that's left.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just tell her to
Hop,
tell
hop,
Anastasia
hop,
to
hop.
I tell Anastasia to chew on
Huh?
this is a piece of ginger.
She will
That'll
do
calm
so.
her stomach.
Oh right, Hadley's uncle is still in the city. Fuck.
He never left.
Yeah.
Hadley's uncle was
Jonah.
Yeah, he's down here, Jonah.
Jonah. In the Stone City.
Summon.
Preferably,
Oh.
I imagine he's hiding with our hookup, Scary.
Sure, he's Ouija boy.
Yeah.
No, that was my my oldest disabled sister.
Oh,
Ah,
the one that I keep mistaken for a cat.
Yes.
so as the party departs the keep, you're a few minutes behind Jagan, Carr, and the company of armsmen. They kept, say, substantially smaller force than Theodrix's, but they do seem to be going towards the same place, which is the wealthiest part of the city, whence most of the nobles dwell. Where would you guys like to go?
Well, there,
I'm
it would
personally
be-
very worried about the merchants and the
Yeah.
Stone City on hearing there's a fucking
mhm,
murder, but
mhm,
I mean,
mhm.
Stone City's hard for us to reach.
Don't
the
say it'll take a
moment.
long
Yeah,
time
it's
to
gonna-
get down
it'll
to.
take a
Well,
half
I
a
mean,
day for
actually,
us to
it's
get-
doesn't take that long to get at least into the highest reaches, because you're right next to the entrance you know about.
Oh, that is true. We could
Good.
start from the
Yeah.
Stone City and work our way up, if that's where they've got fucking death cultists hiding.
But that leaves the Dawnblades and Lord Leon Carr there to do whatever they please to the communist part.
Would our involvement change what they're planning at all?
I mean, I don't know, but if we don't,
We're a small group. We could make it to the Church of the Torch or what have you before any of them.
We could deal with that.
We gotta
I
go
would quite like
fast.
to.
yes. I mean,
Okay.
it makes it so that decisions in our hands rather than leaving it in either of those.
Yeah.
Well, I will say it's gonna have to be careful though. I used quite a bit of resources getting the ducals here.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
easy,
understand.
but we managed, and that's what counts.
I am fresh.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
ready to
Nearly
go.
fresh.
I was. It would be the best working from the area that they don't have well, the hold up in the merchants, correct?
Yeah, you don't know where in the Merchant District, but it is certainly somewhere in there.
And the harbor then has been dislocated from their total grasp, right?
You don't know that. As far as you know, the harbor is in total control. That is the enemy's stronghold.
The harbor?
Yeah. And indeed, it won't be like a couple more hours until Kate and Arena and company get here.
Yes, Judge will stay
Yeah,
in city then.
Then where would we pop up? The problem with the Stone City is that there's so many places to hide, and there's so many places to be ambushed.
As there are in the city, which is currently falling under enemy control. Let's pick one. I don't think either option is any more or less dangerous than the other at this point.
I say above ground and taking out the forces there. We're quicker than those big groups, and that's my opinion. That's my vote.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Alright. So, hey Guardy. So we are transitioning to, like, proper adventure time here. I'm going to give you control of Arlene.
Nice.
Arlene.
Nice.
Let's see. Tori and Tori. There you go. You should have control over now.
Looks like yes.
Excellent. And let me make sure she actually has vision. Yes. Alright, so as the party makes their way from the high town to the Merchant's District, what path are you taking? Just straight across the bridge like any other pedestrian? That's certainly the fastest way.
Well,
is it the fastest, or
Are you
like
sure?
would taking a ship across like somewhere down here be faster?
A boat
Yeah.
will certainly be safer, but faster, probably not. The river is currently just rather congested with free boats and such.
Okay.
Also, I don't believe any of you know how to actually use a boat, so... Well, any idiot can row. Anything fancy will be quite difficult.
Right. It seems like it'll just be like across the bridge then, unless somebody else has a better idea.
Yeah, bridge. Let's go.
yeah, it's too bad we can't just go from dock to dock here. So just deep.
Yeah, but
If it's
like
a
David
slower
said,
detour, we probably want to go by pace, and taking the bridge in general is probably good for the efforts of whatever the fuck is going on.
yeah, and like Savin
Yeah,
said,
we're
the
gonna have to-
river is gummed up right now by a lot of stuff.
Alright, so the party begins their overland trek. It will take you a couple of hours, during which time you can see that, yeah, it appears that the Dawnblades are rapidly taking total control of the upper district, which you must travel through. Paladins are stationed on street corners, and you can see basically anybody who was so much as considering looting has been either had their head cut off or stove in by warhammers. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of bodies littering the streets. You are able to bear witness to a couple of Dawnblades just grabbing someone. A third just says, "The crime of looting, the punishment is death," and immediately just cranks his head in with a hammer. The body is thrown aside and another is brought up. "The crime of looting, the punishment is death." Boom!
What do these people look like? Do they look like cultists?
I mean, what does a cultist look like?
I don't know. They got fucking robes. Are they covered in like fucking communist
Yeah,
propaganda?
what do these guys
What's
look
the
like?
deal here?
These appear to just be like, at least at a glance, just normal townsfolk. They're dirty and disheveled. Several of them are screaming about, I needed something to eat. Wah. A couple of them have little torch pins attached to their cloaks. Many of them don't. And despite your outrage, you can see that the highborn in the upper district are looking out of their windows and cheering at the display, the spectacle of it.
Fucking damn it.
Now is not the time. We just have to keep pushing onward.
Fine. Personally, if I get to stove in some of their fucking skulls when all this is said and done.
You would have to fight an entire army at this point.
Yeah.
And the party makes it to the bridge. There are barricades here, but they have now been abandoned, at least in the midst. On the far side, you can still see several red-robed individuals hunkering down beneath their makeshift defenses. And on the sides of the bridge, in about a half-dozen places, you can see, as described, men have been strung up, not by the hands of the Dawnblades, but some other malefactor. And these ones, where the Dawnblades are at least quick about it, these have been made to suffer, made to statement, and left out as a warning. For what, though, you at least have no context.
This is hell.
Yes.
I'm gonna commit these poor bastards to memory, I think. It seems like the kind of thing
Dude.
she's now going to be carrying as a burden.
Do these ones have any identifying features like that shared between them?
They have identifying features, but there's no commonality necessarily. You see a couple of them
Okay.
have the red robes of the communists. A couple of them are in city guard uniforms. One's in the outfit of a Dawnblade, one of the knights who had remained in the city. A couple are just townsfolk. No faction identifiable immediately.
Whoever did that needs fucking putting down as well.
Come, let's push forward. We have to bring light to these dark times.
So
I
there
truly hate this.
are defenders on the other side, but for your group, they are easily dispatched. These are a bunch of scum and thugs, not suited anymore to defend the bridge. If there is leadership amongst these heathens, they have given up any hope of protecting their territory from assault.
Can I try and intimidate the thugs we find to find out, like, where their leadership actually is hiding out?
Yeah, sure. You can
Seems like
grab a
something
couple
to
of them instead of running them through.
21?
Alright. Yeah, they will say that there is a temple to the bourgeoisie in the heart of the merchant district that they have torn down and replaced with a grand pyre to equality itself. When you give him a couple slaps and demand he speak more clearly, it would appear that they are talking about Gerard's jewelry shop.
Oh.
Bah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. The fella's just gone. Oh.
Then that's where we head.
I feed this man a greatsword. Clearly, this poor communist is starving and desperately needs more iron in his body.
Yep.
Such savagery.
This is fucked up. I'm a monster hunter. I didn't expect an entire city to be full of them.
Then let's get to work. These monsters won't go away until we make them. Come. I feel like I should probably like dissociating a little bit into going to become a little bit more rough in handling this stuff here with all this chaos and war going
Yeah,
on.
this is thoroughly disillusioning the hell out of Fel. If you wanted to spoil all of her ambitions by giving her crippling depression, congratulations, I guess.
So, while you are doing that, let's go into a roll thing right quick. Oop. Alright, you unfortunately do not quite meet up with Kate and Arena, though you do hear the sounds of quite substantial fighting coming from the harbor as you get off the edge of the bridge. As a side of good news, however, at least, as you pass by the sultry sea and the apartment complex behind it, you see that it is in remarkably good shape.
Well, that's a relief. That's
Small
something.
fucking
blessing.
blessings, that's for sure.
There are a number of dispatched looters and communists surrounding it. And a few barricades have been put up defending it from further assault. You can see a great number of traps and a number of expended crossbow bolts in the bodies. Someone has been waging a guerrilla war against anyone who comes close, it seems.
There's a gorilla here? Holy shit.
Eventually, the party is able to make their way to the center of the Merchants District. If you will give me a momento, I will bring you to another map. Let's see. Where is your token? There we go. Alright. You have little choice but to dispatch a few scum on your way in, but there is little hope for them to resist your party. At least until such time as you arrive at the shop itself, and you can see that it has been thoroughly ransacked. Its shelves looted of everything that is of value here, and a pair of huge torch poles have been set out outside, as if advertising that this place belongs to the Conradists. A man in heavy armor that looks to either be city guard armor or have been looted from it turns to look at you, halberd in hand. And who be you? You are not... I see no pins upon you. Come you to join us. We have food. Medicine, if you need.
He's within 10, isn't he?
Yeah. Though you are around a corner.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Alright. Felly's like...
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast like flame, like a
I'm here for one thing.
produce flame. I'm casting produce flame on him. Yeah.
Alright. Then initiative it is.
There is no talking anymore for these people.
We have come to liberate you from life.
Well, they think that's rather
The
rude.
Conrads, he just stretches up, cracks up his body. It's like the Conrads is on the disease, and the doctor is here.
Don't think anyone's ever heard her angry in Lengrish. Fucking makes the windows rattle.
Alright. This rebel inside sees what this is about to turn into, and he's just going to poke his head out and mark Theli.
The person that he can't see.
Yeah.
Yep, the person that he can't see.
I said... Oh, alright. I guess then... Steve, you get to be the enemy of the people. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And he's going to close the door and go inside. Only his minor action. This other Flame Warden, on the other hand, will come out here, and he's just going to strike you through the window.
Alright, there's a window right there.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Good.
He is going to go after Theli, I think. This big ol' halberd. First, minor action. And choppy. That is a miss. Alright. Arlene.
Oh, yeah, spells is a thing on here. I will...
2d10 plus 6. Oh, no, it shouldn't actually.
I will cast... Tristan's Faithful Weapon.
She's already got that on her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has that and mage armor up.
Okay, perfect. In that case... I am going to Eldritch Flames this Flame Warden. Wait. She's level 6. Shouldn't her thing be 2d4?
I think the damage on the card's up to date.
Let's see.
And just hit the button and we'll see if it needs to roll an extra die.
Yeah, no, it's not updated.
Fascinating. Alright, well, roll an extra d4. Well, see if it matters first. It does.
Good.
Extra 3.
Actually, wait. Eldritch Flames is the one that gives you... causes the target to take bonus damage, right? Or take...
Yeah, it's the one
Yeah,
where like,
that
if you
when
get
they
hit, then-
attack.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't actually scale up at all, if you read
Oh.
the spell's description. Because,
Shoot, I
you
did
know,
not.
attacks scale up with more attacks.
Yeah, that's it. Scaling is that people do more attacks.
So, bad news, it does 0 fire damage.
Actually, wait, no, it does. It does increase. Actually, Eldritch Flames increases the damage cantrip increases by 1d4 at 5th.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, then he takes
I was
3
going to
fire
say, that
damage.
seems like it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it says it right in the spell.
Well, in that case, if you
Nice.
kindly
In
edit
that
the
case-
spell card for me.
Shwapow! And then I throw Tristan at him.
With what action?
With Blade and Spell?
Ah, yes, of course. Alright, he gets hit.
Yeah. Switching.
Right, yeah, she gets extra attack now.
Sneak around the
Effectively.
corner. Oh yeah, and I suppose she can't.
Yeah, she doesn't have cunning action or anything, sadly.
I should have done this beforehand, but I activate Battle Magic Stance.
Good idea.
Yes.
Alright, other rebel. Is going to come around here. And he is going to try and hide. That does not work out for him. A shame.
Screw you.
Steve. Hedrah.
So they just shot a hole in the window, right?
Yes, the window
Yeah.
directly in front of Theli has been smashed in by Halberd.
Jerks.
Okay, so I can pot up and give people divine resilience, or I can shoot a light bolt.
I mean, if you're going to shoot a lightning bolt through the window, that will hit Theli.
No, I just temporarily occupy their square.
Yeah, true.
Things like that.
If you do the lightning bolt, it only hits like one person, I think.
No, because
No, you get a 3.
I can. If I stand, this is a window
Okay.
too, right? The one in front of
Yeah.
Ashe.
Yeah. All 3 of these are windows here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that too.
See, and then I clip 4 people.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah, I will do it. Minor action. And I'll cut that 1. And spells 1. And then move the Steve. Then in a nice 10 line, I can clip all 4 of them.
You can, yes. All right. So go ahead and print your damage.
Oh, for piss.
That's unfortunate.
Wow.
3 and then 3
Dang.
ones. Holy shit! Wow.
Damn. At least you got the Flame Warden.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he takes his 1 damage.
Oh, they resist lightning too, damn.
Oh, sorry, that's lightning bolt, not Tazrin's.
Yeah.
He takes his 6 damage.
Nice.
The other guys take
Yeah.
3.
And the warden is illuminated.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna move away and let's see who would need it. I can't really do enough to conserve some.
Fail.
Veil. Okay.
The windows to your north have been smashed. The door is closed. What do?
The door, these windows are all gone?
Yep, they have been smashed by your friends and a halberd.
Yeah, no. Let's see. As a minor action, I will give myself my ice armor, and I will come up over here. I'll climb through the window and over here. Let's see that ice armor. Did that get stronger when I leveled up? It's no. Okay, so. Oh no! Wait, my temper equal my vitality value. That probably did actually go up. That's probably.
It's just a quarter of your health, whatever that is.
Yes, it's
What's
50.
your
It's one gone up to 56 now. Let's see, 56 divided by 4. It's, I did go up by 2 points. Okay, so I'll give myself
Yeah.
14. All right, and I suppose I will swing twice at the Flame Warden.
Rude, but fair. That'll do it. Alright, he's immobilized.
Does he take more damage when he attacks or when somebody attacks him?
Yeah.
From the
No, when he
fire
attacks
spell?
when he attacks other
Yeah,
people.
when he attacks someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, so if he attacks someone other than Vale, because she's marking him now.
Well, yeah, if he attacks someone other than Vale, then he takes more, but
Oh, right, yeah.
if he attacks Vale, he still takes a little bit.
Yes.
Alright. Flame Warden, this other guy is going to come up into your greasies. He too is going to use a minor action to a Flame Whirl stance, and then he will make a strike at Theli, I guess. Right, 19 for 22 on the noodle.
22. Fucking hell.
Yeah. 8-10 on a 2d10 goes pretty hard.
Yep.
Let's see. Alright. Ashe, it is your turn.
Let's start with a minor action by surging sorcerously.
Smart.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't really want to risk an opportunity attack, so I guess we're just gonna Black Flame Blade the Flame Warden that's come to me here.
Okay.
Make sure that's ticked on. That's ticked on. Good. Where is that? Black Flame Blade. There it is. 23.
Alright. By the power of Sorcerer's Surge, that is a hit.
Mhm.
So
So
that
it'll do-
is like 6, 7, 8, 9 damage?
Yeah, if they was their resistance.
Yeah,
to
resist by fire.
All right. So 5 taken out. Yeah. So 3, 3, 3, 9. 9 damage.
Alright. You give him the poke. The leader of this group looks through the window and snarls. Not you again.
You again? After the mercy of not killing you, you pull this shit?
Bougie pricks are all the same, thinking we owe you for your mercy. We starve in the gutter. We'll show you. Let's see. So she is going to cast a spell at Theli. Range 20. Alright, another 22 fire damage. Just
Oh,
hitting you with almost max dice again.
Is that on me?
No, that was
No,
on
that's on
Theli.
Thel.
Oh, Theli. Oh, damn, Theli, you're getting beat up.
Sally got her fire bacon going at least.
Shit,
so-
girl.
Did she? When
does she?
when did
Yeah,
that happen?
That's long.
When did I what, sorry?
What?
Remember the fire bacon that you ate during the
That was 2
granary?
days ago.
It was days
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's been
Yeah.
2 days. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Alright, this other pyromancer is gonna try and... Let's see... Yeah, I guess we're just gonna try and put Theli down.
Bastards.
They miss.
Miss.
Lucky you.
Good, 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 good.
No, they don't miss.
A 14 hits you?
18.
Oh, wait, 18. Right.
Ah, yes. Alright, yeah. Theli
Uh,
gets blasted by fire.
Oh, he's here.
Here. Where's the fate? Do I have to see them to do it?
I believe you need to see the ally?
They hit me on like a 6, forget it.
Okay, if
I would
you're
just-
sure.
Sorry, no, they hit me on an 8. I would like to not go down, but I don't know that I've got
I'm-
good odds here.
It
Oh,
also
sorry.
regenerates an inspiration for the party, so I mean, if nothing else.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah, please do.
I just want to let me just look at Twisted Fate here real quick. Yeah, creature within you, range, and cast. It succeeds on a D20 test. You can cast this to inflict disadvantage on the test when you do so.
Ah, yes, if it's a creature within range, then yeah, you need to see the attacker.
Which would be this guy back here.
Yeah.
Which
So-
unfortunately
Which
I
I can
moved
see.
into
Yeah,
being a wall.
Steve can see around the corner. He's presumably like leaning around to watch. So yeah, Steve,
Yeah.
you have
I can twist.
all right.
Twist it. Pop it.
Smack it.
So let's see if we can roll lower this time. No.
Ah, no. Damn.
All right. Theli gets lit up by halberd and flame. I will need a death save since it is your turn immediately. All right. A death knell is accrued.
Eh,
Damn it!
I think like
I was gonna say it.
the
What's the inspirational
second?
roll? That
Yeah, I mean, you just get inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, might be worth
You
it. If you
want
roll
that?
20, you get immediately back up.
Yeah, sure.
It's a pass.
Alright, that is a pass, which is good. Means you're no longer in the threat of getting executed. Alright, so this communist rebel is going to come around the corner and try and dismantle Vale's property. And misses
Fiend.
horribly.
You miss. Miss. The communist weapon and armor are sundered until a standard action is used to restore them.
Yup. A shame for him. Alright, this guy is going to move around and use a standard action to
He's
fix his...
immobilized.
That's right, he's immobilized. Fuck, he can't do shit. I mean, I guess he can try and execute Sally or attack
no,
Vale.
I can't
but-
hit her.
Yeah, I guess he can.
I mean, he can. He has a halberd. It's a reach weapon,
He-
but
Probably
Yeah,
have
he-
disadvantage.
Yeah, he has a
yeah, he would
reach
have disadvantage.
window and. No,
yeah,
he
I
has
think he's just
fucking
going to go after
wall-
Vale
lower
either way.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
will
it-
whack. Okay, that's definitely a
Uh,
hit.
I mean, that is a hit.
And
and
one
he
people
will
actually no fight doesn't even matter. Shit.
take the opportunity to cast Restoring Smite and give himself some HP so he doesn't die immediately.
He does take 7 cold damage, hitting me.
Okay.
He can't take any damage from the Eldritch Flames, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I realized as well.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
it's
like
too
anything
small.
24, it doesn't matter.
He could if it was the off hit
Because-
one, but
All right.
If you
Are
tried
I
to
we-
think
hit
he's taking
spells-
cold damage for hitting Vale's shield.
Yeah, he is taking.
Yeah, he
cold
did
damage
take the
for
cold
hitting Vale's
damage.
shield.
speaking of cold damage, hit him with one of these. Aw,
Sad.
that's a shame.
Sad.
But then hit this guy next to Theli with one of these.
Hell yeah.
Hiya!
Not sad.
Kia.
Swing.
All right. This communist mage is going, or communist rebel is going to fix his friend's stuff. And then go back around the corner.
Which one is he going to fix?
The
The
one
rebel.
who's next to him. The rebel.
No, I mean, oh, are they both fixed at once by one action?
No, but he's only next to one person who had his shit sundered.
No, I mean, are both the armor and
Oh, yes,
weapons
it's all
fixed?
together.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's one sunder effect and one action to repair them.
Cool.
It'd be pretty brutal if you had to spend like 2+ actions restoring each individual piece of gear.
Yeah, fair. I forgot this wasn't an encounter power.
No, just the thing they do. Alright, so he pisses off. Steve, you have a patient.
I do indeed have a patient. I do indeed have a patient. I'm gonna use up all my admixtures to... No, I'm gonna have to chug a second. Down to 1. Damn it. So I can pop a level 2. A cure wounds. Level 2, let's see right. There. No, that's not it. Roll 1. 8.
Alright, Theli,
Okay,
you
that's
spend a
Theli.
surge plus 10. I'll get you back on your feet.
Yep.
And
Alright.
hey,
okay,
don't put
yeah.
it down.
Okay, I
Don't
mean,
put it down.
Hmm?
Ah shit, I actually haven't canceled before.
Yeah.
Fuck.
fail.
I have a question about the wording of a spell.
Okay, shoot.
If a creature, if you dump a zone on top of a creature, does that count as them entering it?
No, but almost every zone says when a creature starts its turn in it or enters it on its turn.
Yes.
So, no, you don't get like an immediate double proc from them being in it when it's
Okay.
created and then also getting tapped when their turn comes around.
I could potentially daze those two casters in the bag.
That would be pretty spicy. I remember ranged spells do give provoke oppies. Then again,
is
you're a tank. Who gives a
true.
shit?
That is also true. This is a standard action. I will use a minor action to reapply my ice armor.
Okay.
And then... Yes, I will. I think I'll give this a try. Vale will step back and will take a deep breath and will, as if to blow her breath weapon, but she will send a cloud of icy mist, icy fog over here.
Oh no. Oh, that's a spell I don't see very often. Nice.
Ooh, chill fog.
Alright.
Ooh.
So that is a burst 1 within 10. So these two nerds will get to op you. So let me resolve that real quick. Chop. Oh boy.
Nice.
Nice.
Buddy. Okay. Vale, would you like to use your reaction to get a free halberd?
I could, yes.
Will you?
Sure, why not? I'll take the guy's weapon.
Okay. The other guy misses. Alright, and then, let's see, go ahead and roll the cold damage. Let's see, actually, no, don't do that, because that doesn't have until their
Do
turn.
I have to?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that cold damage.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Alright, they are gonna get fuckulated later.
It's not that much damage.
And it's the days that's a problem for
It's a
them. really.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, not generally a mage's best digs, to be quite honest.
Also, I think mages usually have pretty decently. I mean, at least player mages have decently constitution.
Well,
don't know.
player may just want to do high con because of concentration saves, but it is a realistic dump stat.
Yeah.
Alright. The Flame Warden is... Yeah, he's just gonna ground pound Theli.
Understandable. Yeah.
He hits, but he does not knock you out this time, and the mages can't get at you while you're prone. So you are choppy a bit for 16. And
Mages also can't really see because they're
Yeah.
in a cloud of fog.
Well, it is only
yeah, it's
lightly
lightly
obscured.
obscured.
It's only lightly obscured. It's
Dude.
only disadvantaged, so...
First up, minor action. We're gonna cast Tristan's Faithful Weapon.
Okay.
nice.
Give us
Strong
more
play.
damage because I feel this is gonna be a long day and this is gonna come in handy a bunch.
Quite
Get
probably.
all my bonuses on everything here, and then we're gonna Black Flame Blade the Flame Warren here.
Okay.
A 25 for I guess that would be 12. 12.
Sounds good. Alright, he is chopped.
And that will do it for me.
Alright, so
It's a
she's
saving throw.
yep, she starts her turn in the zone. Miss Fire Mage, yeah, your con is your weakest of your 3 primaries. Saves. Yep, she fails, so she takes 6 and is dazed.
She takes 2d6 and
Yep.
stays.
Yes.
Yep, and
Yeah.
Vale
Nice.
rolled the 6.
Nice.
Alright, so that's unfortunate for her. I think what she's going to do is to respond with fire. Vale catch. You like ice so much? Let's see, you like fire. 19, I think, misses you.
Didn't deny.
Oh no. Alright, and then
Again,
she is...
advantage. There's a pyromancer next
Yeah,
to
but
her.
the other die
19
roll
is
was
the
a
highest.
nat
Yeah, the
1.
other day's a 10.
Like it can't go higher. Like 19
No,
is like the
yeah,
If
highest
she
we
they're
has
do.
not-
disadvantage and you add advantage, you have 19.
No, they don't
right?
have advantage. They're not
I mean,
adjacent to
a
each
19,
Oh, no.
a 19
Oh,
misses
19
her. She has
misses
AC
Vale.
20.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
the-
just used to
19
19 hitting
misses
everyone.
Vale.
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
No, this is a tank. She has big AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flame
19
mistress
She
will
would miss
limp out.
Arlene too right now.
Right. Other pyromancer will attempt the same thing. Take advantage of the... Or actually, first, con save. Fail. Alright. You want to roll the dice again? Ow.
Nice.
Better
Get him,
cold
Vale.
bitch. That one
Ooh,
hits.
that'll do it.
And she's going to limp into the back.
Bitches.
Alright. Take bigly fire damage. Theli. Everything hurts.
Skow?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I stand up. Didn't realize I was muted there. I am going to. Now tell me, if I use Hunter's Ferocity, do I have to attack my friends as well, or do just like I can't treat them as allies for the cause of using spells?
The latter.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Alright.
no compulsion
Yeah.
there. It's just you are not allowed to treat them as an ally for any rules purposes.
Sure thing.
I don't think
Okay.
I've ever seen this spell actually get used before. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This seems like a very dangerous spell.
It
to
is
use
very
regularly.
dangerous, but it's also really cool.
Yeah.
And fits Theli in this moment perfectly.
Okay.
And then I am going to let's see here. Oh my god, fuck me.
Alright,
Terrible
second
rolls.
hits.
Oh, I'm boned.
I mean, technically, you could move over one. You're still be in range of the flame
Yeah,
warden.
you can.
Yeah, that would get you.
Yeah.
That would get you into cover, which
Yeah.
will undoubtedly save your ass. All right, the rebels. All right, so dismantling Vale's property seems like a poor decision. So instead, this guy is going to declare her as the enemy of the people. So no longer on Theli, and instead on
I mean,
the
I
Paladin.
am the bourgeoisie. I am.
You
a
are the
nobility.
bougiest
are, yeah.
fuck
The
around.
bougiest among us.
Actually, no, that's
We
not
are
true.
the-
Ash is slightly
Actually,
bougier
Ashe
than
might
you.
be
Yeah.
the bougiest among us.
I might be the
but
bougiest.
You're
It's
the second.
very close.
second
You don't look
bougiest.
the bougiest. This is
Actually,
a
no.
fucking dragon
Theli
paladin
is a
sauntering in.
princess. We're
That's
all
it.
bougie.
Yeah, but
We're
she's
all
from a
bougie.
country
You
that
guys-
doesn't exist
no.
anymore.
Oh, yeah,
She's
I
one of the
forgot
proles
that.
now.
Guys,
Did that make it a
Steve.
kill? I doubt it. but,
No, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Steve.
Fuck.
I mean, you're part of
Steve
the
is
elf
literally-
Wazi, but they don't know that
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
because you're wearing a mask. So yeah, that's that guy's turn. This flame warden now with advantage. Choppy with his
But without an axe.
yeah, he will use a minor action to switch to just like a cudgel off his belt. Bonk you for 14,
Ow.
but no special effects.
All right, he takes 7.
Ow. And did you still have HP after that fire attack hit you?
point out the fire attack to me. Which one was that one?
That was the 23 fire damage.
Flame of Unity.
I suspect that eats
Oh,
your
that
ice
one.
armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that did. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that did hit me.
Alright, so you get cudgeled. Arlene.
Okay. Oh, let me see here. Constitution saving throw. There goes my mist veil, I guess.
Oof. It's alright, the commies had squirmed out of it. So,
Yeah, that's true. It was just...
Guardy.
It would probably be better for me to finish this guy off.
If you don't, they will try and take down Val.
Yeah.
Swing.
Not quite a kill.
Give it a swang.
You can black flame him if you want.
Oh yeah, Black Flame doesn't do only fire damage.
No,
Yep.
it's still a weapon attack. It's basically giving you just 2 attacks with a
Black
little extra.
Flame.
Alright. A hit and a drop.
Nice.
And then he reveals
Good.
his suicide vest.
The torch is great.
The alchemist torch of 20 vials of alchemist fire strapped to my ass. No, thankfully not. Alright. Anything else?
No.
Alright, then this rebel is going to come around here and gang up on Vale. So, with advantage. That's still a miss.
No,
Good thing you didn't try to
Nice.
disassemble your property.
it's true.
Steve.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I almost forgot. Continue, please, sorry. I'll just need to
Alrighty.
look at something.
Yeah. Now I have to try and okay, I'm gonna level 1 cure wounds.
Is Kieran's a creature
What's
or
the
ally?
wording on cure wounds?
Pretty sure Cure Wounds is the one that says creature.
Well, it's heroism that says creature, because that way you can still cast it
Yeah,
on.
I'm
Yeah.
not your ally right now.
Yeah.
No, you or one creature in range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shut up. Take my healing.
gladly.
Ooh, nice.
Much better.
So that was. Yeah, and the ammo hide. Too much. It's a standard action.
Alright. Vale.
I just remembered that my glacial aegis is being empowered by the mountain bulwark armor because of that wyvern fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. It actually has 17 hit points instead of 14.
Oh,
Speaking of which, I will reapply that.
Very good.
makes sense. Vale has unlocked
that's
infinite self-sustain.
As a minor action. What else does that fucking do now? While I am bloodied, I gain resistance to damage equal to all damage equal to my proficiency. Temporary hit points are increased by blah blah blah. Okay. I am sturdy and immune to the restrained condition as well. Okay.
Yeah, because you can't be moved.
I cannot be moved. You know what? There's two guys There's two guys here, so I think I'm gonna breath attack them.
Makes sense.
Why Why is that? Why is the DC of that 14?
And you got your new breath talisman too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on that fancy ring I got. Right.
Yeah.
Where's that? Where is that again? Let's see. Where's that?
Let's see, that's Soulstone if you haven't removed it. It looks like
I don't think it's been removed yet. It's in the
you,
party.
it
list,
has
isn't it?
been. But I believe it just gave you an extra D6.
Yeah, it was- Yeah.
Why
An
did I
extra
give you-
dice and
Why did
plus
I
one
get
to the
removed?
DC.
Yeah, that makes sense. D6 and +1 to DC.
Plus 1 DC. Okay,
Yep.
I'll just add that.
And 1d6.
1d6. I'll just quickly add that.
It basically leveled you up by a spell slot for it.
It's a very cool little talisman.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so that's 1d6. That's 5d6, and the DC is 15 now. Let me just see here.
Nice.
Dexterity saving throw equal to. Oh, I just have a damage. I just have a calculation here. Okay. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll have to look that up again just to make sure I have that correct. So I will blast him. Oh, I just changed you. 14. No, why didn't that get changed? Oh, that's why. Okay. Holy fuck!
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
Look at that. Like,
Good
5,
luck,
6,
dudes.
4, 4, 6. Aw.
Welcome to being an
Still,
actual
though-
dragon's breath now.
Yeah, that's big numbies. Even with their saves, that
Oh,
still
14.
chunks them.
Yeah, that's still 14 damage each.
Yeah, that was a fine Dragon's Breath veil. Veil's been eating Mexican lately.
Welcome to proper dragon's breath.
I've been
Bill.
eating a lot of mint.
Nice.
Well, yeah, mint, whatever, or reverse Mexican.
But spicy tummy, alright, this
Vix.
communist
Just had a
dies.
couple peppermint patties.
It's under level 1 of feats, I think.
Ashe.
No heritage.
With a blaze in their eyes and fire on their
Proficiency
weapon
in
in their
con.
tail, they're gonna launch into here and try and start hitting the communist rebels. Alright, Black Flame Blade. 24 for 14 on this guy, and then 7 onto this guy.
Alright, solid hits. The Flame Mistress will snarl. And let's see. Oh yeah, Veil, here you go. I'm gonna need a dex save from you as she unleashes a cascade of flame.
Cascade of flame. Oh,
And you have disadvantage on your saving throw because you are next to 3 communists.
Bastards.
They hold you down in the fire.
Yep.
Damn.
Aw. I will use my. It's a 16. Actually, it's a very low chance of me to. I have to
Yes.
roll very high.
Six-
16
high
with
save.
disadvantage and you have a -1. There's like almost no way you pass.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, you are scorchified.
I still have my ice armor up though.
Well, we'll see about that. The other pyromancer is going to hit you with that Flame of Unity. That is a 21 since you are the enemy of the people.
Oh fuck, that's right, I am.
You are.
Ow.
Alright, so 23 fire damage and Theli.
That actually hurt quite a bit.
All right, furious noises. I come bursting through the window,
Whoa, I
leap
got
up onto
Theli.
a table, and I'm going to. I forgot as well. I have enhanced armament on, so I'm going to double swing down
Such a
onto
good
this
Oh.
spell.
Swing.
flame warden.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Kachopity. Hit.
Nice.
Good hit.
Kachopity.
That is still a
Nice.
hit. He is barely clinging on.
And my duty.
Nice. Alright, just roll average.
Thanks. His 2d6. 5 and 6.
Nice.
Better than average.
Yeah.
Way better than average.
Crunch.
And I'm going to spend a vit.
Hell yeah,
Heck
you
yeah,
are.
Munch that guy.
You watch as I just fucking absolutely slam this greatsword down into them, and just it's like through the neck, down the chest, and then into the ground, and I just fucking twist. And you guys can see that the classic Night Rain, the red orbs come out.
Ooh. I love it.
And then I'm going to
I'm assuming that's at me.
leap back off of
That is a
there.
hit.
If that's advantage, yeah, that hits me. He
Yep,
takes
so
7. I take 7.
And you have a 5 damage dot on you.
Oofer.
Alright, the Flame Warden. Can he somehow survive? Oh my god!
He gets back up.
Oh,
He didn't hear no
Bastard.
bell, bitch.
From Hell's Heart. He can't even really pull himself all the way to his feet. He's just slumping against the cabinet here. He will make one final strike at Vale with his cudgel. Hit her, and then just kind of slump back over.
I'm parrying him.
Oh, no. Come on.
Fuck
Oh.
you, bitch.
Alright, Arlie.
Arlene comes to make his day bad.
Yep, that'll do
Get
it.
fucked.
Until next time.
And then on this rebelist rebel. Kablam!
Oh, that hits him. And
It doesn't
Right.
hit to
gets-
say that he is the Reblinist.
he is now
He's the
effectively
rep-
semi-illuminated.
He's the reblinist rebel.
Alright, well, this other rebel is gonna make a last-ditch effort to dismantle Vale's property while he still can.
Don't you do it.
Oh, he's
He's
gonna
gonna
try and
try.
do it. Oh, he doesn't
Miss.
do it!
Fuck
Oh
you.
no,
Dab,
his shit's...
dab.
Now he is the sundered one.
Look at me. Look at me. You are now the sundered.
Alright, Steve.
Hey, Vale. I heard you need some healing.
You need not worry of me. I will be fine. Save your strength, Steve. This body still has much to give.
Oh, well, I'll just shoot the fucking rebel that is illuminated.
Okay. See if you can finish him.
Well, I'll make sure he doesn't come fucking back as well.
Oh no. Oh no!
Ooh.
It turns
What?
out no, you're not making sure of anything.
Oh.
Your bolt explodes the shelf next to him, but he is, despite the glimmer of starlight illuminating him, he is able to dodge.
Damn it.
Well, at least he's still illuminated, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's still
Have the
illuminated.
inspo have the inspo you gave me re-roll. We need to get these people dead.
All right,
Okay.
fair enough. Surely it can't have it twice.
Shut the fuck up. There
All
you
right,
go.
yeah, there you go. You crunch his
Get
head.
blasted.
They bone
That,
chill.
That's also bone shield, so...
Yeah,
it's
no,
just-
he's dead forever.
Dead.
Deej.
Yes.
I'll just see if he stabilizes or not. Not that it fucking matters. All right.
No, he can't.
No, you can
He-
stabilize. You
he
just
can
can't get back
stabilize.
up. Like even if you rolled a 20, you wouldn't be able to stand up again. He is just unconscious. All right. So yeah, Vale. You just saw a dude get his skull fractured by a bone chill, crumpled next to you.
I will channel divinity and lay on hands myself.
Hell yeah, that's so much healing.
It's a lot of healing, especially now that my temporary hit points have been empowered. So let's see. It's 14. That's actually 20. 30. It's 30.
Oh baby.
And oh, you. I'm going to whack.
Alright, that is 2 hits, and you don't need to
Does he
worry
go down?
about immobilizing him. He's just unconscious.
Very well. And I will advance upon this pyromancer. I'm on fire, apparently.
Yes, you
You
do
are,
take
yeah.
5 damage at the start of your turn. And it's
Oh,
a
and,
DC 14 dex save to end the effect, which you make at the end of your turn, which is now. Alright, you're no longer on fire.
Yay! Look
Nice.
at that.
Haha.
Alright, this Flame Warden is Dedge. Ashe.
I'll move up to here. I made the mistake of letting you live once. That's not happening again. And then I'm going to throw my sword at them. Specifically at this one here.
Okay. The
Let's see, I
Mistress.
need to take off Draconic Affinity because it is just throwing the weapon as like as a staff. Wow.
You threw Tristan, it has throwing range, so...
Yes, but it doesn't get to like do my advantage and it doesn't get to have like the Draconic Affinity thing from my class because it's not doing fire damage. So it is a 19 to hit for 9 damage though.
Okay.
And then I snap the weapon back to my hand.
Cool. The Flame Mistress will scowl at you. You don't get it. This city is doomed. Its leadership is corrupt. All the way down to the bone. Its people have become monsters. You can see that around you.
Shut the
The
fuck
light of
up.
Conradism
is
Shut
the only
fuck
hope.
up. Blah, blah,
I'm
blah,
looking
blah,
at the
blah,
monster
blah,
right
blah.
in front of me. I intend to slay it.
She snarls and is going to Flame of Unity Veil, the enemy of the people, for 10 fire damage.
No.
I'm going to go to the door, open it, and leave.
Bitches.
Oh,
All of you.
I'm going to be chasing them down. They ain't
I'm
getting
sure
out of
you
here.
are. This pyromancer. Wait, mistress! Mercy?
I told you, there won't be any mercy. Not anymore after what you've pulled. Not after the mercy we've already given you.
And she stabs Veil.
Stop. Stop hitting me.
No. You're a tank at your job.
I know, but...
Alright, Theli. The coup has failed. The culprits are trying to run.
I will shift and double move, snarling after her, and I'll just get in her fucking way.
Uh-oh. Alright.
And yeah, and now this you fucking see her, like, the hair is up full snake, like her teeth are even looking like longer and fangier, tongue hanging all the way out.
And you all dare to call me the monster! That Flame Warden dies. Arlene. There's one Pyromage left.
And wow. Oh,
Amis.
what's my
Alright, well that will certainly hit for a lot of damage.
ice?
Alright. Communist rebel. Lives this day. Probably not for long, though.
Not for long.
Yeah, he stabilized the last turn, so you don't
Different
get to
one.
roll more.
This one stabilized
No,
last
it's-
turn.
This guy
Yeah.
stabilized last turn. Is the guy who was rolling.
Yeah, this was this
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, the Flame Wardens both died on the ground. The Communist rebels have both stabilized, and we'll see what horrors you wreak upon these pyromancers. Steeb.
Yeah, so they can't snipe her.
Damn, she's a bit out of arc.
Yeah, but I can't shoot this illuminated bitch.
You can.
I hope it enjoys the coldness of the grave.
Not particularly.
Well, she set everything on fire. Burned people's soul. So all that's left now for her is this.
Vale, it is your turn.
This pyromancer is going to get struck. I'm going to snail flail.
Alright, the first hit knocks her out. Do you want to finish her with a second?
Would a blue knight execute someone like this? Yes.
Fair
These
enough.
people-
Would've-
These people have caused irreparable harm to innocents.
Yeah.
Alright, she
They have
has
made
her
their choices.
flattened. And not in the fun way. Alright, move as you see fit. Ashe, it is your turn.
Right. I already mapped out. I had enough to get out to here, so now we get to Black Flame Blader.
Oh no, the flank.
24 for 16.
Alright. She takes it. Is looking around like a panicked animal, just jabbing her dagger this way and that. I guess we stab Theli? Alright, she will pull out a pair of knives and just have at you. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Alright, those both hit, though I don't think that's enough to drop you by any means. So you just get a pair of nasty burning cuts upon you.
I barely look injured because I'd just shifted. I had a full health and full fake health. So yeah, I've taken like 10 real damage from this one.
Well, then show her what real damage looks like.
Quarry, cold damage.
Nice.
Hit.
Did not actually trigger the quarry. I don't think quarry's number went up when I hit 6. Did
No,
it?
no,
No.
Quarry's stays the same for quite a while, I believe. But I'll check for you while you're working.
I think it's 7th.
That sounds reasonable to me, too. Oh, that's a lot of damage you
Seven,
just
seven.
dealt,
Cause
regardless.
stab.
Yeah, it's 7 and then 11 when it goes up.
Cool.
Alright, and then 17. Alright, she's barely standing. This dude is dead.
Marlene.
Arlie, can you snipe a boss kill?
Oh, yeah. Ice.
Not with that kind of attack roll.
Shh.
That'll hit, though.
Shwing.
Oop. Alright. That guy is stable. Steve, can you snipe a boss kill?
Well, let's try.
Alright. Let's see, she is on a magic pixole.
Of course.
Vale!
Nicely duty. I don't think Vale is back yet.
Well, let's see
Okay,
if
I'll
I
be
can
right
snipe
back.
my own boss kill then. Hold on. Actually, Ashe, I'll just let you go first.
Okay. Black Flame Blade.
Okay.
I think I do it.
Yes, you are able to run her through.
I told you. There would be no mercy this time.
Then let this city burn. Ugh.
No.
Nuh-uh. Hitting him with the nuh-uh.
The city may be burning, but I will put it out.
given the chance, I'm absolutely CDGing this person and then barging right back in.
Oh, I figured it was already.
Yeah, you can just drive your sword right into her head.
And then
Gerard, go for his
Just
room
checking
first.
rooms here.
Yeah, Steve, you smell before you see. In the back room closet here, there is just Gerard's body, lifeless on the ground.
No.
He has had a clean, quick death, at least a knife through the heart. Slumped now against boxes of emptied jewelry components.
And just starting, go over there and start just laying him down and in repose.
Yeah.
In death pose, dwarven form,
His body is cold and heavy, but you have plenty of experience in the matter.
And I put his tools where they belong, in his hands. Where was that they were?
Let's continue on. These aren't the only leaders, I'm sure. We can mourn him
Yes.
later.
It's not mourning, it's the fact that I've been running ragged this entire fucking time. Like, you may be full of vim and vigor, but whoosh. Okay?
I'm sure.
So I need fucking 10 minutes.
All right. 10 minutes, then we move on.
Okay. Is Kina back yet? No.
I don't think so. Generally, she'll come in and drag the body and shut the door.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to spend a vitality to get back a spell slot and surge? Probably, right?
Almost definitely, for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll spend a vitality, get back, use up a point of sorcery to get back a first level spell slot, and then short rest, get back a surge and a sorcery point.
If we... Shit. We got any... Since they all want to deal fucking fire damage, I have some peppers, and you just make a quick snack. Give us some fire protection at least.
Sure. Where are we headed to next?
The docks
Well,
will be
we
the
need to see
stronghold of theirs, right? So, likely there.
Where? The harbor, yeah.
Fair enough then. I will pause. Well, you're supposed to take a monster's head with you.
Go right ahead.
Shunk.
Yeah. Comes away
Let's go to the
distressingly
docks.
easily compared to your normal fare.
I don't know, it felt pretty fucking heavy to throw. Yeah. Stomp her way out the door, greatsword like resting on her shoulder, and the head of this flame mistress in the other hand.
Yeah. Theli, when
Yeah,
you
just gonna...
open the door, you your noodles can't help but see that there is something here that was not minutes ago when you entered. A shovel leans against the side of the door here, with a small crucifix and strap around its handle.
Crucifix and strap.
Yeah, like hanging on a strap from the handle.
Mm-hmm. Broken man.
What's this? The broken men?
Guess we did their work for them here.
Or they're declaring a vendetta against us as well.
I take the fucking shovel and
hope
just
not.
full on snap it over my knee and just chuck it into this room.
Yeah, it's not a vendetta. It's a
That's all they ever are, is vendettas.
against those that do evil.
I don't trust them at all in any direction.
We agree to disagree, but it's pointless at this point. To the harbor.
Going to.
I assume by now there's like sounds of like battle still going on from probably these two groups going about like all the rebels in this area.
Yeah, you definitely hear a lot of commotion from across the river. It's gone strangely silent towards this side of the town, however, near the docks.
Let's
Well,
hurry
if we
then.
pass, we're gonna have to pass, the friendly falcon and on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys like to stop by?
I'd rather not.
The friendly falcon.
I think we should.
The innkeeper and the daughter and the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
said
need
they're
to
still
see if
okay.
they're still alive and okay.
Yeah.
What good does that do in the middle of this siege? If they aren't, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment to see that they're already
I
dead.
just need to.
We could be spending the time getting the siege over with, so they can be safe.
Yeah, it's in a direct
And we
line.
could save a baby.
It's in a direct line. If they're safe in a safe location, then they're safe. That's it. Then we just move on.
Fine. Poke your head in, see if they're there or not, and let's move.
Alright, so the party begins their trek towards the Falcon. Give me a moment, if you please. Alright, so the party makes their way through the town. It is beginning to get quieter now. The sounds of battle from this side begin to fade, the looting and pillaging beginning to subside. There remains the commotion from across the river. You can see more fires breaking out in the nobles' quarters. But it is nothing compared to what happened here. It seems that folk are starting to calm things down over there, perhaps. So, when the party arrives, it is to a falcon that has had its windows boarded up. but seems unmolested, and when you push in through the front door, the reason becomes perhaps immediately apparent. Sitting at the bar, while there are no normal patrons, are a number of foxy figures. You recognize immediately Kate, of course, and Ashe will recognize her parents as well. And all of you, of course, remember Lady Falcon and May.
Phew.
And Lady Falcon is in there too.
Yeah.
So James Marsh. Oh, Jonah too, and Archers. Ah, good.
Your entire family came down here.
Good.
I knew they were at the island, but I suppose when word got, you must have rushed over here.
Ashe, there you are. Oh man. Hell of a day, huh?
It's been one.
You could say that again.
Pick Ashe up and squeeze. I mean,
It is good to see you, Kate.
their cadre of gingers begin filtering around.
It's good to see
Good
you're
to
safe
see you
and
guys
alright.
safe and sound.
Yeah, we came as quick as we could, but whew, the city's had a number done on it, huh?
Yeah, it has. And it's not over yet.
We figured we'd come here and check on the family, and turns out Mr. Byron here's been hosting a bunch of refugees, folk forced out of their homes. And Jonah, too. Come on in.
Jonah's here. Good. Hadley will be pleased to hear that her uncle's okay.
Yeah, I bet. How's things up in Town? This isn't all over the duchy, is it?
Remarkably fine. It's only this city, I believe. Aside from the war on the front there, but
Oh, yeah.
the Margrave takes care of that relatively easy by just launching herself from Lear every couple of days.
Yeah. Well, come on in. Don't just stand out there. Attract attention.
Yeah.
Kate will usher everyone inside. Close the door again. Y'all holding up all right?
For the most part, we just recently took down some of those leaders of the communist faction.
Yeah,
They had
as well as we can.
taken over Gerard's shop and gotten rid of the man.
Right. That's... yeah. She'll just glance over and put a hand on Thely's shoulder. We found a bunch more of those fire torch culty types down at the docks. Ma took one look at them and, well, they ain't alive no more.
Good.
And we have reason enough to believe that the grain silo explosion is likely their fault anyway.
I wouldn't put it past them. Irina, the normally quite cheery little fox, now covered in a bloodied cloak with her great axe in hand, its edges embering, will just lean against one of these tables heavily. I don't know about that. It doesn't look like their modus operandi.
Was your idea then? Who do you think would have done it?
Don't know. These communists are idiots one and all, but starving people to death runs counter to their usual tactics. Though that doesn't mean for sure they didn't do it. They're sure taking advantage regardless.
To me, it seems quite the opportunity that they could use. starving city, suddenly all of its food that it prepared for winter is gone. Who to blame but the leaders? Makes a perfect time for an uprising.
Irina will just shrug. I'll leave the investigation to you. I'm just trying to keep folk from getting hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe if they kept a stockpile of the food themselves somewhere.
I'd have to have had a lot of money to make that happen.
Or a lot of people's pockets.
Mm,
Or hands in a lot of people's pockets.
I ain't been
Would
around here in a
Deli
long
have like
time, but I
would
don't
Deli
think
have
that.
mentioned would Deli have mentioned like seeing a lot of the shipping people having the pins?
Yeah. If asked about it, she'd
Yeah.
tell them about that night and what she saw.
Deli mentioned a lot of the shipping people having communist pins. Makes as much sense as anything else.
So you just start thinking like, wait, they... Okay,
The alternative.
slow down there. Okay, this is the first I heard about this fucking... The silo. The... Just start
Yes,
thinking...
the grain silo.
Yes.
Alternative is not much better. If it is a cover-up operation, who stands to gain from it? It'd probably be Lord Theodrix to enact an actual justice upon the city that he'd been wanting for a long time.
Yes, but then he is a... then he is would be considered as a heretical. Well, he would be considered a heretic, straight up a blasphemer.
Yeah, something
None
like
of the-
that. If it could be traced back to him, wouldn't that set the broken men on him?
It matters, that was. So
You know,
then
because
you all
no,
came
like,
through the docks, yes?
Yeah, we
Did
came
you
through the
clear it?
docks and cleared them out pretty good, too.
Good. Good.
good. We got Tori coming in a few days or so with some emergency food, at least.
Yeah, I sent a message to her while we were resting. She said she's still a couple days out.
Those with the main stronghold
Just
gone.
under a week.
of
That
its
silo, how
economies.
the fuck did they... No, excuse my language, but how the fuck did they blow that up?
Alchemist fire. Lots and lots and lots of alchemist fire in the middle of the grain silo.
Nothing's impossible to be blown up anyway.
It just looks at it.
Normal
I'm
grain
sorry.
silos explode all the time.
Yes. Okay, but none of you... Okay, you're not alive for this. Ashe, you're from Raymont there. You know about the reputation of of their craftsmen are, right?
And as I said, nothing is impossible to be exploded. If people
Yeah,
find a
but
way, they will. Even
if they
against the
did.
remarkable, even against good construction by coven stones. It's not impossible.
Yeah. So that's what made me think that I'm questioning how the fuck did they even do that in the first place, even with just a massive amount of alchemy fire.
Enough force will break anything, just like how enough acid from you melted into a vault. It's just a matter of numbers, Steve.
Yeah. Just a matter of numbers. And then you just starts thinking.
More importantly, if the main factions of the communists have now been disposed of, and it should be just be routed into people. It leaves a problem with the Dawnblade enforcement around. They will slay nearly anyone to a head. I suppose that's on the Duchess's part for being able to take back control of that, isn't it?
Yes. A lot of right now it's if Theodoric doesn't have the theological standing. Just give a minute.
I don't think it matters if he has a theological standing anymore. He has an army of paladins.
Yes, but there's a difference between following the faith and following someone else who's blind, who is twisting him off their path of, teachings. None of the gods of the tri-gods are for ruling. None of them demands for you to rule. All of them demands was not subservient, but demands to serve good in best case. Sure, Wolvar is harder to punish those that do evil. Yes. He's the one that does punish those that do, well, evil in his name, but none of them are to rule, they are to serve. So coming in and trying to take over with this is going against all three tenets, all the tenets of all those gods. Anyway. So it's require
It's a problem to
we
figure
need
out later
yeah,
as well.
something to figure out. At least some way to have them be able to back off. That's one thing. Right now, though, it's getting rid of most of the Conradists.
Let's start with that then. If the harbor's been taken out and we've taken out that area, let's just pull out the map and see if there's anyone else that they could still be in. I guess
The Undercity.
deeper into the merchants or the Undercity. I have a feeling the Undercity is filled with the broken men, but we'll need to deal with them eventually as well. I suppose that would be our next stop. That or the Hague cultists down there.
No,
Could be
that
either
does
or.
the Hagues are. This is not anywhere near.
If they're down there and causing problems, they need to be dealt with. Trust me, my family's seen the horrors that they can do. We were part of stopping them the first time. So please, do not speak on what I may not know of the Hague.
Well, that was what was their methods of operation then? Because last I heard, you took him down.
My grandparents did, yes, and Ash will rattle off like what they'd found and how the Hague cultists operated back then.
So exploiting. Well, there's nothing there's down there to exploit other than the filth and poison. from what was that? The shit feaster. Ugh.
All I'm saying is if we
Yeah,
find
but
out there are
they
any
seem to
issues
be a
down
lesser
there,
element in this.
yes, I'm just saying if we find out they're causing issues down there, we take care of them alongside whatever else.
Then, point if they're not causing issues and are actually beneficial. What then?
I will cross that road when I see it.
That's good. Well, so we got the harbor clear at least. So that's cleared in for in and out traffic. Good. So let's just consolidate the resources we have and the information we have. Where else we need to go?
And the Undercity is where we need to go then.
The stone sit.
Yes.
No offense, but y'all don't look like you're in much condition to be venturing into what I do recall being a pretty hefty sprawl of tunnels full of monsters.
No, I'm
I've
nearly at full actually, so some of us probably not, but others still.
I can still go a
I-
spell if needed.
Yeah, I still
There's
got
I
people
am-
who
some
need
tank.
me. I've still got.
I am so pretty essentially fucking tapped because I've been running with the Ducals for hours on end and fighting through the cathedrals.
Then
Just
stay
getting
here,
them up here.
Steve. I'm sure there are plenty of people who could probably use medical attention instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you all need it.
We'll be more careful this time around.
Just takes off his hat and just annoyingly just takes off his hat and just puts it on the table. Winston just gets off my head and just annoyingly takes off his hat and puts it on the table. Okay, fine, fine. But it just looks over. You wouldn't happen to have and look over to Lady Fabi. You wouldn't happen to have anything on you.
I'm afraid I've expended most of my stock, but I have a few things here and there. Let's have us a look.
Yeah. I have a fat purse.
Let me do a quick adjustment on her belongings. There you go. Fresh out of healing potions, but I've got some aethers left. Magic
Oh,
arrows,
that
too.
was good. Yeah, the spicy swords I got, so... Yeah, I'm gonna take all their... Take all their ether potions, all that.
Okay. Anything else?
And look, you think who else was for it again? Doesn't have magical range.
I can do magical ranged attacks if I need to.
Okay, just checking.
Lances of Faith.
Okay, I'm just checking. Can we just take all those spices and mix them together?
No. I
To
mean,
get
you can, it just won't do
just-
anything else.
Okay, oh, it only grants one.
Yep.
Yep.
You can only be under the effect of one meal buff at a time.
I would not mind some fire resistance myself. After
Yeah, I got
the
the
last
peppers.
encounter.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
peppers.
Steve made us a
so-
pepper meal already.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you have proficiency.
So 3 fire
Fire
resistance.
resist. It's not much, but
Every bit counts.
You only took
So-
off enough for the people that don't already have fire resistance, right? Because I got a lot of fire resistance.
yeah, it's
Well,
a
I mean,
full
it's 10
meal
people,
anyway.
so
That's so 4 and 1. So I will give. What's the name? Kate. I know she got healings. Good healings too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give her 4, 4, 8, 4, and then 2, so 1. Yeah, I'll give her 5 Aether 1 potions and 2 level 2s.
I will buy one of those. I'll take one of those Falcon's toolkits.
Alrighty. Kate'll look at this big
Yeah.
bag of potions. I can't possibly drink all these in one go, Steve. I'll overtox and die.
Just looks at his hands and like there's a slight tremor to them. Like, no shit.
Yeah, so
Just flexes. Healing, keeping them up. That's gonna be on you. Then. Just I am at my physical limits. But I know you have better reactionary healing spells as well. So she'll get 4 level 1 healing potions that will that you can hand out as needed.
what? Yeah, she's just barely under her encumbrance limit, but she's able to carry all that.
Yeah, so those level 4 level 1s, you can distribute that to people however you need for that, and that's all I can. That's all I can fucking do. God damn.
Done enough, Steve. You can just stay here and take care of the family and the refugees. We'll push on ahead. Don't worry. Ain't none of these fine folk dying on my watch.
yeah, you done more than enough.
Let me just check something. Well. Hey, Telly.
Yes, Steve?
You want some poison orbs?
No, not really.
Okay. Let's still have one more of these explosives, so in case somebody wants that, use it.
No, I think they're more useful as some kind of a, a surprise tool or a trap or something. It's probably going to be a lot of tight corridor fighting for a time. Throwing around random toxins that might also catch civilians, not a good move. But thanks
Yeah.
for the thought.
And I have these 5. Well, it just takes out these preserved but wore fire pigskins. That's
I don't. Those won't do any. But thank you for the thought. Seriously, Steve, we can only be so prepared. We'll be fine.
yeah, I know. That's I'll try. It's like I just start trying to do some finger and hand, therapy things to calm them down from the goddamn chugging so much.
Look, relax. We'll be fine. We'll be careful on this occasion. I'm not going to be charging directly in. I have healing magic. I will be probably using quite a lot of it myself instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Kate has the drinkables for it,
Yep.
and if y'all have any healing potions, use those when you need them.
Alright. Prop up my big old sword.
So, you're going on to the Stone City, huh? Well, that's the
At the
case.
very least, we're going to make an attempt at dealing with the entrances, even if we don't make it down into the Stone City.
If that's the case, you might as well take a guide with you. I remember when this place was just a dwarven trading post on the coast. I've been down lower into that dungeon than most anybody. Rena will slowly push herself up and heft her axe onto her shoulder.
I won't turn down your help, for sure.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
We would be honored to have you.
This is about to get real awkward.
It's a funny story. I also remember when this.
Yes,
was
I
just a
remember
dwarven
when this
thing.
was a dwarven settlement, and I have been into the depths of this place that not many feet have ever fallen.
A funny story about how deep you've been.
Yeah, just
Thank fuck Arena's insight is a skill that has never ever improved.
No, that's been a 0 for 1,800 years. It ain't ever getting higher.
As it should.
Yeah, Steve just looks our little and you. Good work. Just if you had in the game.
Thank you, Steve.
Alright, kids. Let's go. Mare, Carrie, Beth, you hold down the fort. We'll be back soon. You'll go over.
I'll probably, at this point, leave behind a bunch of my travel supplies and stuff, and I don't need those with me.
Yeah. And we'll just go over, pick up Twink, bend him backwards, smooch.
Precious.
Adorable.
Yeah.
As far as resources, yeah, I've still got a second level spell and 4 firsts.
Let's see here. I've got 2/3, 2 seconds, and 4 firsts, and then 3 slots that I can use from sorcery points.
Eileen's got 3 threes, all her firsts, and 2 seconds.
I love how good Arena and Kate's tokens look together.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Very wonderful.
Alright. So, do you have any preference on where you attempt to enter the Stone City from? Or do you have any destination therein in mind?
We didn't really get a destination from Chancellor Gold or any of them when they were talking about under there, did we?
No, they just knew that there would have been some fighting down there, and like, who knows? They ain't sending people down there after the first patrol got knocked out.
Yeah.
There's
In absence of information, I guess just take the closest way in and see what we
Yeah.
find before we pick
Check
a direction.
Yeah, Skari and the bar would probably be
Oh,
the...
yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that
that's
would be...
probably the
yeah,
first
that-
location
yeah,
to get
absolutely.
towards.
We have no idea if Skari
Scary
is still kicking. That's another friend that Fel
Yeah.
would like to know is doing alright.
Yeah, it's also the best defensible position because, like, one way in,
Yeah, Skari has a little bunker
Solid
down
at-
there.
Yeah.
yeah, one way in, easily defendable, you easily blockaded, and then you got a lot of food and drink. Well, echo drink.
I mean, for dwarves, that's basically water. It's fine.
That's all you need.
Yeah, it's like, and you're essentially just, you're not getting in through the fucking walls.
Probably.
I mean, they absolutely could, but
It would take a
unlikely
lot
they
of
would.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, that's it. Just stood there, and then like, I'm gonna start chopping through the fucking walls. It's like, think, oh, this is gonna take me a couple of years.
I mean, the reality is going towards Skari and Co is a good idea, just because if it hurts on the way there, that's a safe place we can long rest.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense to me. Let me rearrange some things here, but I think a Stone City expedition will probably want to wait until next session.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Alright, so let's do them XPs, y'all. Guardy, I trust you can edit Arlene's.
Yeah.
Alright, so session 47. This is January 2nd and 3rd, 1578. So, did you explore a new interesting location? Not really. Did you discover new interesting truth about the
That's a bit-
world?
Well, we
Not
all
really.
now know that the fucking.
So now these
try
weird
out
death
shit.
cultists.
Yeah, there's some sort
Dragon
of
and Death Cultists.
godless anti-cult forming in the city.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
Did you advance or complete a quest? Yeah, you have made
Yeah.
substantial progress towards ending the riot.
Yeah.
Did you protect the people of Valeina from the deadly threat? Yes, those commies have been killing people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you instigate lasting change in the world at large? Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
Alright, 4 XP.
Fuck.
And if do we have any short-term goals other than mine?
I did not put one in today.
I have, kill communists, kill all communists.
Okay, yep. Theli, you get your short-term goal for sure. You killed every communist you came across.
Cool.
I had
Tori.
check on the
Yeah.
friendly falcon.
Yep.
Even though I didn't personally do it.
Yeah, it's
We
fine.
did
You just put that extra inspo on Arlene or yourself, whichever.
My long-term goal has also changed.
Is it kill all the communists, kill all the communists, kill all the communists?
No.
No.
You know, maybe this continent, once all is said and done and she's fulfilled her promises, it can go fuck itself.
Damn.
There's somewhere else she can build a civilization, she's sure.
Yeah, mine was short-term. Get back to the keep alive. Was
One
close
Ryan,
call.
One Ryan, you're ready to leave the continent?
Yeah, I mean, as she's seen at the depths of this riot, like, and everyone here just turned into a bunch of horrible, self-obsessed monsters. Like, she's literally, like, completely lost faith in this place.
She doesn't have Tori here.
She doesn't have Tori here. Yeah, no, I mean, she came. This place used to be an idyllic civilization, and she wanted to bring it back to that. But it's just this kind of now constantly growing reminder that not only are they gone, but everyone here seems to be majoritively fuckfaces.
I'm afraid to tell you that's probably going to be the case anywhere you go.
Yeah. Well, she still has an ambition to start something, but it's at the moment really not looking like here. And unless something changes course, then her long-term goal is this right now. Whether it's realistic that it stays like this is another matter, but yeah.
We require 10,000 cc's of Tori, just applied directly to the brain.
She is sorely lacking on dopamine right now.
Some endorphins, oxytocin. Yeah. Steve is just tired, but this is tired. But it's this is nothing new to him. He's a field surgeon.
Yeah.
He was there during the Giants War.
I covered wars,
Honestly,
you know.
Ashe was expecting this sort of riot thing to happen earlier.
Yeah, and it's just, a lot of horrible monsters coming out of the woodwork. She wasn't so jaded as to think that people could be like this. She is used to going out and protecting people from actual tangible monsters, the kind that you see in stories, the kinds of things that she's in stories for, frankly. Not really watching an entire city tear itself apart and people turning themselves into horrendous cultists or just becoming a bunch of horrible murderers and setting a town aflame.
Bringing out the monsters within.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's been ironically for the blindfolded lady, a bit of an eye opener to see everyone go for naught to fucked in the course of a night, essentially.
Yeah, this is why fighting monsters is so much easier.
Yeah,
than fighting
exactly.
humans, because the monsters are on the outside.
Yeah,
Felly
so
really
as it
is experiencing
stands-
the Witcher conundrum, isn't she?
Yeah, quite literally. Yeah, I mean, a long time ago, she realized that a sword that's good for killing monsters is just as good for killing people. She ditched having a second sword a long time ago. But this event is fucking ascendantly telling. And yeah, unless something changes to restore her faith in this era's humanity, she probably doesn't want to fulfill her life's goal here on this continent anymore.
Oh, Theli.
Yep.
And you ever bring it up with Ashe, I think it'll be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, right now it's incredibly raw and she's still internalizing it.
I mean, I'll very much have a differing opinion of every place is like this. The only things that make it different is the ruler that actually makes it different.
It's also the culture and the people. The thing is, though, it's literally culture and people depends on even starvation, war. It changes a lot of things, but
Look, me, person, player, understands. It's Theli's matter, really, where she,
yes,
She
because
does not have this
she's
outlet.
she's from a monoculture.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a monoculture. It was just she was from a place
An
during
era
its
where
that
things
was
were
she lived in a golden age.
Yeah, that's the worst part. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
much like the Roman culture. It was the
I mean,
golden age of that.
now Irina ain't gonna say shit, but if that conversation got brought up, remember what happened at the end of that golden age?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
Theli wasn't there for the ending of that golden age, unfortunately.
I wasn't there
Well, I
personally,
guess
but
fortunate,
she certainly
really.
knows what happened. They literally turned
yeah.
into monsters and tore
Yeah.
themselves apart.
And she can
Tore themselves
understand
apart.
that, but Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not like
like,
they were
hearing
waiting to be
about-
monsters the whole time
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, and as well, like they were hit by
Hearing
what
about
is
it and
effectively
seeing it.
divine retribution, which is a lot easier to internalize than
Oh, for sure.
whatever it is that's
Yeah.
going on here.
Here's the thing, though, Savin. They say like, and it collapsed and they turned to monsters. Yes, but it wasn't because of that. It was because they couldn't literally look at each other, and people suddenly just turning into it would cause a massive collapse of any society.
Oh, for sure.
Like the only way it would not work would be in modern day because mediumification.